Hello everyone, welcome to Mark Goldbridge, That's Football, for another Champions League evening of high action and drama. I don't know, I can't guarantee that, but I hope that we will get some, because it's Real Madrid with a 3-1 lead at Anfield and Manchester City taking a 2-1 lead to Dortmund. So I'm hoping that the results are going to go the way I want them to go. But, you know, that's no guarantee. The footballing gods don't just listen to Goldbridge, unfortunately. I wish they did. But, I'm sure we're going to get some drama one way or another. We could lose two English clubs tonight. We could lose one. We could lose none. They could both be in the semi-final with Chelsea. And if that's the case, we'd have three Premier League clubs in the Champions League semi-finals and probably two English clubs in the Europa League semi-finals. And I would think at that point, everybody would have to take a big sit down and realise that the Premier League is the best league in the world. So we will see how that goes. No Jadon Sancho tonight, which is disappointing. It is disappointing. I'll admit that myself. I'm disappointed by that. But we knew that before this game kicked off anyway. So we knew that he was not going to be part of it. But I can bring you in the team news. No Thiago for Liverpool either. He's not been picked by Klopp, which is interesting because he had to rely on him a lot, and now he's not. So the team for Liverpool is as follows: Alisson at Trent, Phillips, Kabak, Robertson, the established back four at the moment. Milner, Fabinho, Wijnaldum, Salah, Firmino, Mane. So, I mean, look, that's a good front six for Liverpool. On the bench, Thiago, Keita, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Jota, not a lot of other quality. Real Madrid: Courtois, Valverde, Militao, Nacho, Mendy. Still no Varane and still no Sergio Ramos. So, you know, potential. But I thought Militao and Nacho played very well last week. Modric, Casemiro, Kroos, Asensio, Benzema, Vinicius Jr. So very, very strong in them sense. Yes, but no place for Varane or Ramos. So centre-back situations for both teams probably a little bit different there. We'll come to the Man City Dortmund game in a minute, but let me just focus on this super chat. I find it baffling why Klopp still picks Mane. He's having the worst season than Firmino, says Marketing James. Well, I don't watch Liverpool enough to know. I've got both games that are going to be on, so I don't really. I do both. Threesome, really. Me, the screen, and I don't know what I'm talking about. Two games and me, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. So I've got two games on the go here. On a real note, Mark, you're a legend. I don't even support United, but like listening to someone who knows a lot about football. Thanks, Dad. That's not my dad, it's Jack. But thanks, Jack. Thanks for the support. Appreciate that. BT Sports has got both games on. I'm just marrying my... what do you call it here? My screen so I can see what's going on. Score prediction, says Sheev City. Could be a little bit early for that one, but I'm happy to do it. I would say that my score prediction in this game is going to be... I think Liverpool... It's so difficult on the Liverpool game because I don't know what to expect from Liverpool. Mark, when the new Premier League season starts, what game do you look for first? Manchester United, Jake Furby. Oh, like what fixture? Man United, Liverpool, yeah. We should do a swap deal for Haaland, Martial and give 60 million, says Martin. I don't know whether Dortmund would want that deal, really. But, look, let's do the Dortmund Man City team because no Sancho for Dortmund, and obviously Man City typically have got no injury problems. They don't seem to have had any injury problems, really, this season. Hits, Murray, Akanji, Hummels, Guerrera as the back four for Man City. For Dortmund. Bellingham, Chan and Dawood as the midfield three. Naf, Haaland and Royce as their front three. On the bench, they've got Thorgan Hazard, they've got Brandt, they've got Meunier, Reina, but that's what they've gone with. And Manchester City, Edison, Walker, Stones, Ruben Diaz, Zinchenko, De Bruyne, Rodri and Gundogan, and Mahrez, Bernardo Silva and Foden. It's a ridiculous Man City side. And then you look at the bench: Ake, Sterling, Jesus, Laporte, Torres, Mendy, Fernandinho, Cancelo. It is just strength in depth, and it's going to be a very hard job for Dortmund tonight. I think the interesting thing will be if Man City do get through. The PSG game will be quite interesting because they've both got very good squads. But no Aguero starting. I don't think Aguero's even on the bench, is he? He's not on the bench, and he's not starting either. So I don't know what the situation is with Aguero. Maybe he's picked up another injury. Manchester should swap Lindelof for Koundé, says Martin. Barnett looking sharp. Geezer, favourite take that song. Gary Barlow. Probably back for good. Yeah, I used to like that when I was little. He's injured, says Sheaf City. So he's injured, is old Aguero. So score predictions. I think the Man City Dortmund game is easier to predict. Obviously 2-1 from the first leg. Dortmund definitely deserved their goal. Bellingham should have scored as well, but obviously didn't get that. Just feel in order to get a result, Liverpool need to win the midfield battle. Don't feel they can win with Wijnaldum there. Real Madrid 3 is so strong. Yeah, I think that... Well, I'll come to that one in a minute. I'm interested to see what people's thoughts are on both games. But let's start off with Dortmund versus Man City. What is your predictions in that one? 2-1 Man City, 1 away goal for Dortmund. I don't think that's going to be enough. I cannot see Dortmund keeping a clean sheet. It's just not really what their strength is. And Man City... their strength is that. I'm not saying that Man City will come here and score 5 or 6 goals. I don't think Man City are that sort of team under Pep. This will get clipped and they'll win 5-0. But I think they're more measured. You know, very good on the ball, of course, and technically they're fantastic. Of course, Manchester City. I think Man City will win this 2-1 and go through 4-2 on aggregate. That's my feeling about that one. Correct me if I'm wrong. Final scores. As for the Liverpool game, a lot of people saying 2-0 to Dortmund. Look, I'll have some of that. I'm not going to lie. I'd love to see Man City get knocked out. I'm watching them. Next 2 watch-alongs are Man City. Chelsea, Man City in the FA Cup semi-final. If they win that, I think they've won the FA Cup, because I don't think Leicester or Southampton will stop them. I think it's basically the FA Cup final on Saturday. And of course tonight. Obviously still a little bit of way to go for Man City to win the Champions League. It's not over if they win tonight, but they're definitely looking at a unprecedented quadruple at this point. Even a treble makes me cry. So I think that, I think that in the Liverpool-Madrid game, this is really interesting. I don't really know where to go on this, because I think that Liverpool are more than capable of turning this around, but I do feel that it's harder for them to turn it around without the Anfield crowd. I think that this is Anfield, but it's not Anfield, if you know what I mean. The sign's there, the club's there, but the fans aren't there. And I know they've attacked the bus outside, but you can't do anything in the ground. There is no atmosphere there. So that obviously doesn't go in their favour. At the end of the day, it becomes 11 against 11. And I just don't think, for whatever reason, Liverpool this season are anywhere near what they were capable of. They're going to have to get an early goal. They're going to have to stop Real Madrid from scoring. That's not easy. It's not easy to do. And I get the feeling that Liverpool might win this. They might win it 2-1. I'm going to go 2-1 Liverpool, but that'll obviously put them out. And I think that Liverpool have got the same problem that Bayern had in reverse. I think the result might be too big for them to do. To go through, they got to win 2-0. If they win 3-1, we're looking at extra time. So it's a massive result for Liverpool. It's not just about winning by 2 goals. If they win 3-1, we're into extra time, aren't we? So 3-1 against Real Madrid, that's a massive result. 2-0, you've got to stop them scoring. It's such a hard game for Liverpool to manage. And I think that they're more than capable of doing it. I'll give a score prediction before. I'm going to go 2-1 to Liverpool, but I think the Liverpool-Madrid game is so hard to call, because you're really talking about the first few minutes, really, and how Liverpool start off and how Madrid start off. If Liverpool start on fire, then I think Madrid are capable of losing 3-0. But if they don't start well, Madrid could do it. Grand Theft Auto tonight, Manny plays, yes. That'll be links to the video description for Twitch. I'll be live at about 11 o'clock for that. Yeah, looking forward to it. But looking forward to these crackers as well. So please subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. Get your questions in pre-kickoff. But this is the better night. I think that PSG Bayern Munich last week made that the better night of the two. But this week it was always going to be these 2 games, because Porto, Chelsea, I know Porto did win, but these 2 games just feel like they're not over. And if they're not over, I'm intrigued as to how it's going to end up. It could well end up Man City and Madrid through. I think the safe money is on that. But give us the 2 teams you think are going through. Not only score predictions, let's do the teams that are going through. I'm going to say City and Madrid. And I know that's boring, but I do think that's the way it will go. Liverpool and Chelsea have both had a better season. Quarters is better than Europa League, says Harry J. I don't know what you're talking about, Harry. If you're bringing Manchester United into it, then I've got to say this. I Manchester United are second in the league, but we're not in the Champions League. You're right. But ultimately, I don't want to get involved in that conversation, and I actually think Liverpool and Chelsea fans are a little bit better than that as well. Why are we getting dragged down to Arsenal's levels? Why we're just arguing about different shades of shit? Like, that's what we're arguing about. Oh, we've had a better season than you because technically Champions League semi-finalist is better than second in the Europa League. I mean, it's just a different shade of shit. All three clubs want to win the Premier League. All three clubs want to win the Champions League. I ain't arguing with Liverpool and Chelsea fans because I think we're all underachieving, and you know, I want better than that for my club. So argue about what you like, but second place in the Europa League is better than Champions League semi-finalists. But look, I think it's very interesting anyway. There is a good point there. No Champions League, no Euro 21. Surely Sancho has to be cheaper, says Fame Yazin. Yeah, it could be a big result for Dortmund tonight. But I do think there is an interesting point to be said about the Liverpool and Chelsea situation. Chelsea are already semi-finalists. Liverpool, they're not quite there yet. But when you look at the Premier League, Man United have basically got second place sewn up now. That result against Spurs puts us 7 points ahead. In fact, let me tell you, I'm not going to speculate. Let me show you. Manchester United are basically second in the Premier League, as we know. Manchester City are going to win the title, as we know. And therefore, it's all about third and fourth in the Premier League. Now, Leicester have got 56 points. Chelsea have got 54 points. And Liverpool have got 52 points. It's not inconceivable that Leicester and West Ham drop out of the top four and Chelsea and Liverpool come in, happy days. But it's also not conceivable that both of them could miss out. More realistically, I think one of them will miss out. Now, who's going to miss out? Is it going to be Chelsea or is it going to be Liverpool? Because at the end of the day, if Chelsea or Liverpool miss out on top four, one of them's got to win the Champions League. So it's very, very interesting. And what does second get you, Montpellier? Gets you more than fifth, mate. Gets you more than 10th. So it's the first place loser. I don't like finishing second, but the way that football works now, it gets you in the Champions League. If Liverpool dive, they will win for sure, says Akash. I think Liverpool will get top four. They've got a tough game against United, but I think Chelsea have got Champions League semi-final. But Chelsea got a good squad. I think the last few weeks of the transfer window of the Premier League is going to be very, very interesting. But tonight it's about the Champions League. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Please subscribe, by the way, bottom right-hand corner to do that. We're on our road. I think we're on the road to 356,000 subscribers tonight. You're all very, very welcome, of course. And we will be watching both games tonight. So thanks everyone for tuning in. I've got both screens on. There's not a lot of delay on my handheld either, which is great. We're 200 subscribers away from 356,000, so please subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. Thanks for everyone who watched the Neymar video I did this morning, sort of in response to his brilliant performance last night. It was fantastic. We are about 15 minutes out from kickoff. Mark, are you going to watch the Pogba documentary? Also, I think Chelsea might win the Champions League, says Bears. Thanks for the super chat there. I'd rather Chelsea win it than City. I'll say that happily. The Pogba documentary isn't until 2022, so I may well watch it in 2022. I may well not. It's a year away. What are your thoughts on Chelsea, says Hamza? They've done very well. I mean, look, everyone expected them to get past Porto, but it was a little bit, Porto weren't terrible. Porto knocked Juventus out. So I think Chelsea, from where they were under Lampard, I think Chelsea fans will be very happy with that. So fair play to Chelsea. Semi-finalists will play Liverpool or Madrid. I think that will be a close game. I think the favourites are going to come from the other side, probably Man City against PSG. But yeah, well done. Well done to Chelsea. I am doing Grand Theft Auto tonight at 11 o'clock on Twitch. The link is in the video description if you want to click it and follow. Chelsea won't win the Champions League with Werner up front, says Jacob. Well, that's a good job he didn't play last night then, isn't it? And Mark, thoughts on the fine line that was given to United for the Granada game? Fine that was given. I don't know what the fine was for. I think it was for all the yellow cards, but the referee was crap in that game anyway, wasn't he? Predictions for tonight, Abra. I've gone with a 2-1 win for City, which would make it 4-2 in aggregate, and I'm going for a 2-1 win to Liverpool, which would put Real Madrid through 4-3 on aggregate. Will Spurs win all their remaining 7 matches? Ankit, I'm pretty confident that Spurs will not win their last 7 games. Liverpool, they were shit against United at the weekend. I've got to be fair. Do you think Newcastle will stay up, Mark? Look at their fixtures. I do. I think Fulham, West Brom and Sheffield United will go down. Liverpool fans are so mature. Check the news, says Bavika. They've attacked the bus, haven't they? Which I think, look, I know a lot of Liverpool fans, they're sound, but I mean, look, I don't. Man United had it happen to them against West Ham a few years ago. I think it's vandalism. I mean, it's dangerous. It's dangerous for one thing, isn't it? Throwing a bottle at a bus window and smashing it. What if that hit a player in the eye, and then they're blinded, and then everyone goes, "Oh, what a disgrace!" You know, it's all fun until someone gets seriously injured, is what I'm trying to say. And it's vandalism at the end of the day. And I'm sure some Liverpool fans will probably be outraged by it. Some Liverpool fans are actually quite proud of it. That's my club. That's my club. Look at what we're doing, intimidating. I mean, to be honest with you, I think if Liverpool win this game, fair play. I don't want them to as a United fan, but fair play. But there's obviously going to be a lot of people now thinking, I hope you get knocked out for that sort of behaviour. It's not, you don't want that in football. What are you bloody attacking buses for? We're not in the bloody 80s now. And look at all the bad stuff that happened in the 80s, like Heysel and things like that. You know, we don't want to return to that in football. It's immature, and I just think at some point, it's all great to celebrate until someone gets seriously injured. If people wish to comment on our club, the real subject for them should all be, did we ever see the day we'd just be hoping for our rivals to lose, says Andy and Bruno. I think he's talking about United there. I've been watching you for a long time. Thanks for keeping me busy with your Burnley relationship, says Sunday A. Thanks for the super chats. And Thomas Bennett says, I'm a member on both this and the United Stand. Member on here just to support you and just realised I don't know what the perks are. You're a class guy, says Thomas Bennett. Thanks very much, Thomas. Appreciate that. I think the badges change every month, you remember. That's as far as I remember. Who do you think are going to win the Champions League, Harris? I think now Bayern are gone, Man City are favourites. Yeah, I don't want that to be the case, but I think they are. Royce Masterclass incoming. Look, this is going to sound really odd, but if I had the choice, I would rather... If somebody said to me, City will lose to Dortmund, but Liverpool will beat Real Madrid 4-0. I'm having it. I'll take it. I will take it. So there you go. But that won't happen because that's not how life works. We've all got fans like that. Like Mark says, it's not all football fans, says Darren. No, I mean, it doesn't reflect on an entire fan base. I mean, I've heard people... Manchester United had... One season recently, Manchester United had the most racist incidents reported against them. And you get people on Twitter saying Manchester United fans are racist. Oh, what? So we've had a couple of hundred or however many incidents reported against us of racism, and that makes millions of Man United fans racist? Of course it doesn't. And just because some Liverpool fans attack a bus doesn't mean all Liverpool fans are thugs. I would never do that. I know Liverpool fans, I know Chelsea fans, I don't know any Man City fans, I don't know why that is. I know Chelsea fans, and you know they're all good lads and ladies. I don't know many ladies who support football teams. To be fair, most of them seem to be male. But yeah, you can't tar a whole fan base because of a few. Hi Mark, big fan. Just named my newborn after you, says Leon. Which one? Which name? And I would rather Liverpool win it than City, says Ubaid. Liverpool don't have the depth to win the Champions League, says Eamon Kelly. And Mark, if you had the chance to take back Jaap Stam, Roy Keane or Vidic, it's too easy wrestling. Easily Roy Keane every day of the week. I do think that Liverpool, you know, actually, when we're talking Champions League here, we're not talking Premier League. When you look at the teams that are left in the Champions League, Chelsea have got an amazing squad. Manchester City have got an amazing squad. PSG have got an amazing squad. Liverpool don't. They don't have an amazing squad. I think, who are Liverpool really missing? Jordan Henderson, Van Dijk, Matip, Gomez. But even then, there's not an amazing amount of depth in the attacking positions and the midfield positions of quality. So I think that's something Liverpool, will need to rectify in the coming years, because we're starting to see deep success from clubs with deep squads and deep pockets, I suppose. But Chelsea's squad is ridiculous. I'm looking at teams' benches now and I'm going, right, 6 of those are getting United's first team. And that is scary. And the first team that opened my eye up to this, and I think Pep's been very wise, is when I watched the Champions League final last year between Bayern Munich and PSG, I couldn't believe the quality on the benches. It was ridiculous. And I think that's becoming a running factor now. And, you know, lo and behold, I don't think Real Madrid's squad stands up to City or PSG or Chelsea at the moment either. So this is the way football's going now. It's not just about having a fantastic 11. It's about having a fantastic 16, 17. And Man City, Chelsea and PSG have definitely got that. And I think Bayern suffered. I looked at Bayern's bench yesterday and I think PSG named about 9 subs and Bayern Munich had 7. And I looked at the bench of Bayern and I was like, I don't really know a lot about some of these lot. Whereas the PSG bench, I was like, bloody hell. It's 4 or 5 there. I'm a United fan and I want City to win the Champions League. Is that weird? Get out. No, seriously, get out. Sunday A, get out. I mean, what? Seriously, what is wrong with you? You cannot be a Manchester United fan and want City to win the Champions League. They're going to win a treble. That's the thing that makes us unique. Come on, get with it. Uber Melon says, Mark, will you adopt me? No, I've got my hands full at the moment. Very busy. He's defo a troll, yeah. I agree with you, Justin. Bayern don't spend money, says Bakker. I mean, they had a fantastic squad last year. I mean, Bayern had Gnabry and Lewandowski out. That makes a big difference. Goretzka wasn't there either. They've had a few injuries, Bayern. But, PSG deserved to go through last night. I thought Bayern Munich were very frustrating. On a level. Let's have a quick look at some things. Let me just go back there. I'll tell you what I did want to talk about, though. You can clip this up if you want to. I've never been a big fan of stats. I prefer my eyes than stats. I mean, look, stats can be quite useful, but I also don't really trust them. And I think that what an example of how unimportant stats are sometimes when you look at the game yesterday. The history books will not be kind on Neymar statistically last night. They'll say missed loads of chances. Statistically, Neymar had a bad game. If you watch that game, if you were fortunate enough to watch that game, it was one of the best Champions League performances of the year. He was absolutely brilliant. He was man of the match. Statistically, not that great. And then on the other side, I sometimes see people tweeting out Fred stats for Manchester United, and I'll have given him 3 out of 10. And then you've got people going, most interceptions, most distance covered, most pass success rate. And I'm like, yeah, but this is why stats can be totally nonsense, because Neymar's stats yesterday would have been terrible, man of the match. Fred, oh, look at his stats. Yeah, I watched it. He wasn't that good. I'm not talking about the weekend against Tottenham. Fred has had good games for United and he's just one example. But what I'm saying is stats can be so deceptive. And the scary thing about stats is in 3 years' time, somebody might go to a shit Fred game and go, oh, he was brilliant. And not have watched that Neymar game and go, oh, he was shit. And it's like, this is what I mean. I think stats take you so far, your eyes take you further. Graphics are so clean. Yeah, loving it. Big smash a like on the video. Big up to Drawty. We've got both on the screen. You asked for it, you got it. We've done this the last week or so with the dual watch-alongs. I mean, but the last time we're doing a dual watch-along, actually, won't it? Because the Champions League semi-finals will be at separate times. So, but we've got the Euros to come as well. They don't think there is. Oh, we will be able to use them for the Euros. The third game of the group stages, they actually do kick off at the same time, so it will work well for that as well. Right, a couple of super chats here. Thank you very much. You can do that through the $ if you want. Mark, would you rather City wins the treble but United get knocked out of the Europa, or United win the Europa and City get knocked out? Please let Dortmund win tonight. I would. You know what? This is another one. I would rather United get knocked out by Granada tomorrow night if I knew Man City were getting knocked out tonight. It's that important to me, and I don't think many other people would agree with that. But I don't want Man City to win the treble. Like, that night for me was just unbelievable. I don't want anybody else to ever have that. I'm greedy. I want Manchester United to have that. And I certainly don't want Man City to get it when there's no fans in the ground and it's not even as hard as what we had to do. And of course, I mean, bloody hell, Man United in 99 was a good side, but our bench was nowhere near what Man City's is as well. So I don't want them to win it. I'd sacrifice the Europa League to get them kicked out of the Champions League. Hi Mark, from the 4 teams playing tonight, pick one player you'd take for United, says Benji. I will do that, Ben. And look, obsessed or not, it's the truth. I can only tell you the truth. Some people will get it, some people won't get it. It depends how important Manchester United is to you. It depends how much what Manchester United achieved to you. If you didn't live it, it's probably not important. It's just history. But I lived it. I don't want anyone else to have it. What players would I take from each team? Liverpool, I would take Fabinho. Real Madrid, I would take... Oh, it's difficult with Real Madrid because... I'd probably... You know what? If I had... All right, I'm getting all 4 players then, so I'm not going to take the same. I'd take the CDM Fabinho from Liverpool. I'd probably take from Real Madrid, who is actually starting. It would be Casemiro, but I've got Fabinho. So I'd probably take Benzema as the number 9 because United need a number 9. So I'd probably take... Varane's not playing, so I can't take Varane. So I'd probably take Benzema. It's from their starting 11. Ramos isn't playing. You could take Vinicius as well, but I'd probably take Benzema. I'll probably take him. From Dortmund, it would be Haaland, of course. You know, it has to be Haaland. And from Manchester City, I think I'd have to find room for De Bruyne. I'd have to take De Bruyne. Yeah, I'd have to take De Bruyne. I mean, I do like Cancelo at right back, but I think I'd have to take De Bruyne. I mean, Diaz, of course, Diaz. Yeah, I'd need a centre back. I'd take Diaz. What am I on about? Yeah, I'd take Diaz. Because I wouldn't need De Bruyne, because I've got Bruno. So I wouldn't need De Bruyne. I've got Fabinho, Benzema, Haaland, and Diaz. I'd be very happy with that, yeah. I'd be very, very happy with that. Let me get the timer ready. Please share the video if you're watching. You can do that through the share button. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. We are getting close to kick-off. I've got both games. Oh, well, I haven't actually. I've got the same screen on for both because I'm just looking at not much of a time delay, which is great as well. My smaller screen. So I've got Liverpool on the big screen at the moment and I've got Dortmund on the small screen at the moment. That could change. If Madrid score and the game's over, I'll go big screen Dortmund. But I've got both of them on anyway. And I think tonight's going to be a harder night than last night. That's what she said. But it is going to be a harder night because I will be keeping an eye on both games more regularly. So let's see how it goes with that one. Bada bing, bada boom. Liverpool versus Madrid. We are good to go. And I just hope whatever happens, we do get some good games. Why don't Ollie try 4-5-1 with Bruno and Van der Beek as eights, says Tariq? Because Van der Beek doesn't play for Manchester United, Tariq. Sorry, I thought you meant Van der Beek. Well, no, I'm right. I'm actually right. I thought you meant. For some reason I read that as De Bruyne, but I'm still right because Van der Beek doesn't play for Manchester United either. So yeah, I don't think we're wrong on that one, are we? Found love, so don't fight it. Life is a roller coaster, just gotta ride it. Why am I singing Ronan Keating? That is a new low for me. That is a new low for me. Right, what was I going to do? That's what I was going to do. Sorry about this. The players are coming out on the pitch. Chambon. Let's go. Hey, oh, that's a bit loud. Thanks. What is it? Mad? Yeah. What's that? What are you watching? It's a children's film. Yeah, it needs turn it down a bit. Turn it down a bit. That's the way. That's the way. Okay, so yeah, we're 3 minutes away from kickoff here. 8,600 watching already. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Please share the video. Make sure you subscribe. Bottom right hand corner. Mark, I know this isn't about football, but can you please play Minecraft? No. Please, I can't. It's a kid's game and I don't really understand it, so I don't want to play it. I'm playing Grand Theft Auto tonight. Tune in for that. But I'm not going to play the other one. No thank you, sir. No thank you. I found love. No, you haven't found love. Piss off, Ronan. Stop getting in my head. That's how you sell albums, isn't it? It's like some subliminal message. I'm not interested in your bloody crap songs. I found love. So don't hide it. Right, let's go. Mark, do you like Dave Chappell? He's one of my favourite comedians, says Daniel Kirk. I'm going to be really rude and say I don't really know who it is. Thoughts on Chelsea's win? Thoughts on Chelsea's chances of winning the Champions League? Feel like a lot of pundits are saying everyone would be happy to play them, says DJ Sutton. Don't discount Chelsea because I think from what I've seen about Chelsea, all right, they might not be wiping the floor with everybody, but they're certainly not getting the floor wiped with. I think they can give everybody a game. Haaland, striker, Casemiro, CDM, Salah right wing, and Diaz position sorted, says Yazza Said. I like it, Yazza. You've done very, very well there. It's a joke. They attacked a bus again, says Big Tasty. They did. They did. Red Dead 2 after Grand Theft Auto, says Mark Callaghan. Well, Resident Evil Village is coming out very, very soon on May the 7th. And I think I'm going to give that a go. And it's got an online element as well. We're talking computer games. Do that at 11 o'clock. Thanks everyone for watching. Please smash a like on the video. And let's get ready to rumble. Let's get ready to rumble. I get ready. I get steady. And rumble. Everybody rumble. Let's get ready, let's get ready. Let's get ready to rumble. Watchers, check the mic. Psych. Dun, 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 dun. Right. I've just read somebody on social media saying that the start of the season definitely cost United a title. I mean, sometimes I think we get a little bit deluded. We were never going to win the title this year. This Manchester United side has done fantastically well. Solskjaer deserves a bloody medal for doing what he's done, but we were never going to win the title. God. Let's stop this excuse of no pre-season. Man City had no pre-season. They're above us. You cannot say the start to the season ruined our season because we had no start to the season. I keep saying this to people till I'm blue in the face. And I don't want to be blue in the face because blue's for Man City. I want to be red in the face. The end of the day, Manchester City didn't have a pre-season the same as us. And they're top. You can't say if we'd had a pre-season, we might have won the title. No, Man City didn't have one. If we'd backed our manager in the summer, we might have had a better title race. That's what you need to say. We're off. The timer's up and running. Real Madrid, Liverpool's just kicked off. Dortmund and Man City has just not kicked off yet. Haaland, don't sign for Man United ever, but knock those oily neighbours out. You will be a legend forever for me, says Sheikh. And Dortmund has just kicked off. How can people be Ollie out? 23 away games, Premier League's unbeaten. The moral is exceptional. 28 points from games being behind this season. He built a strong morale. Right, we kicked off now in Dortmund. Bloody hell, it took long enough, that did. If you're able to instill 3 changes into how we play in pre-season, what would you think would be the most important things to change the challenge? TF plays. I can't talk in depth about Manchester United on a watch-along for Liverpool, Madrid and Dortmund City, but Manchester United need to improve the way that they're playing, higher tempo. And they need to bring 2 or 3 top quality players in. But we're up and running here. Mark, I know you don't like City, but City don't have a single world-class player. All good, but not great, except Kevin De Bruyne, and still play well as a team. Do you give Pep some credit for that? Says Dog hates me. Mate, I give. Look, no. I think people misinterpret this. I don't want Man City to win because I don't like Man City, because I prefer Manchester United. I have never sat there and said that Pep Guardiola plays rubbish football. I don't think Man City are the best team in England by playing pimped-up, oil money, Tony Pulis football. They've got the best manager in the world. They play fantastic football. They've got fantastic players. So I just don't like it. I don't like them winning. And I think they've got more world-class players than De Bruyne. I just think that some of Man City's players haven't been allocated world-class status yet. But I do think that, you talk about Diaz, you talk about Foden. These players are going to be world-class. I think Rodri in his position is very, very good. But Liverpool need to start this game quickly. Dortmund are up against it. Liverpool have started off quickly here. Cross comes in, headed away. If Liverpool get an early goal, I mean, this is where, to be fair, and I don't want Liverpool to win, but this is where if you've got the home crowd with you, it's big, isn't it? Not having the Anfield crowd makes it difficult for Liverpool tonight. Cross comes in there. I'm interested to see how Madrid are going to play this, really. Very interested to see how Madrid are going to play it, because you're 3-1 up. If you don't lose by 2 goals, you're through. Aguero's injured, Anthony. Thanks for the comment there. Salah, back post, corner. So Liverpool have started off quite well here. Can I cook a pasta bake? It's a bit simple for me. I'm a bit better than a pasta bake. Liverpool looking good, says Abel. Good chance for Salah there. It was a good chance. Counter-attack is key, says Kieran Stevens for Madrid. And nothing happens with the corner there. I mean, look, it's a good start from Liverpool. They're going to have to keep that intensity up for a long time. Madrid will slow the game down. Just keep an eye on the other game here. It's going to be very, very intense, this, trying to keep an eye on 2 and you. But we'll do it. Man City are going to have... It's going to be a very, very hard job for Dortmund tonight, let's be honest. Very, very hard job. It's not 1-0 to Dortmund. Goodbye, column. Which game is on your big screen? So I've got Liverpool Madrid on the big screen, and I've got one screen that's a bit like that. It's just a little notepad, and then I've got a big screen, and I've got Liverpool Madrid on the big screen, and then Dortmund against Man City just below it. So, but I'm willing to change. I'm willing to change if one game becomes more exciting than the other. But as it stands at the moment, I think Liverpool Madrid is probably going to be the more exciting game. But we hope Dortmund can deliver. Nice cross in by Trent. Salah's in the box. He's got his dive. He's got his speedos on. He'll need them tonight. Of course, we never take into account things like penalties and red cards and things like that. But it's hard for Dortmund with no Sancho, yeah. If anyone can do... Sorry, I got mixed up. If anyone can do it, Goldbridge can do it, says Kenzie. I'm nothing to do with this. I'm nothing to do with this. I've got both games on, so don't worry about people talking about fake scores. We've got... we'll just get rid of them as they do it. So... I hope you're having a good day, says Ella. I hope everyone's having a good day. And I hope we get some good games tonight as well. Good energy here from Man City. Liverpool have got a corner as well, but it's Man City on the attack. Gundogan. Into Rodri, and now it's back on the halfway line with Zinchenko. Man City dominating the possession, as you would think. Cross comes in from Liverpool, cleared away by Madrid, and that will go for a goal kick. Marnie didn't keep it in. I think Man United will win comfortably tomorrow, Dazza. Yeah, I mean, I don't mean comfortably that we'll win that game, but with the 2-0 lead and the 2 away goals, I think we'll be absolutely fine. Yeah. Here's a good run by De Bruyne. Cross comes in. Gundogan. And they get rid of it. Fiery first 6 minutes. Terrible ball by Dortmund there. Zinchenko intercepts it, but then he loses it. Liverpool dominating the play here. Real Madrid definitely set up to counter-attack here. The key will be, can they get the ball enough to counter-attack? Nice ball over the top. Well defended by City. Now Mane's got it on the left-hand side. I think Liverpool will be quite happy with this first start, but as I said, I think they need to score in the first few minutes. Serious question mark. How's your mental health, says H. Good. Hope yours is well as well. Always good to talk if it's not. All right, Mark, who's your favourite in-betweener and favourite in-betweeners moment? Jay and the bus. I love it. Makes me laugh when he's... calling them the bus stop wankers, and they come to the car. Haaland striker, Casemiro CDM, Salah right winger, and Diaz. I've done that one from Yaz's age. You've had a double shout out there. Is the clock wrong? 7:33. Benzema's just been fouled there. I can't see at the moment. No, we're right on the time. 7:58. Yeah, 8 minutes. Yeah, we're right. We're good. Thanks, Brandon Stevens, modding for us tonight. And Susan Brandon as well. Thank you very much. Valverde at right back is a bit weird, says OG. Oh, interception here by Asensio. Liverpool need to be careful here. Benzema will pick that up on the far hand side. The City game, we are currently 7 minutes and 45 in that one. They're about nearly a minute behind on kickoff. Corner here for Real Madrid. Lots going on. Vasquez is injured, says Panda. Yeah, it came to Modric and it deflects off Kabak for a corner. Of course, I think if Real Madrid score first, it doesn't become, it's not impossible for Liverpool, but they'd have to score 3 just to get extra time. So the first goal is very important. Grand Theft Auto is tonight at 11 o'clock Nirvana. Links in the video description for Twitch. Give us a follow. We're trying to get up to 80,000 on that tonight. Corner here for Kroos to take. Takes it short into Modric. Oh, the gap opens for Modric. Cross to the back post. Oh, I thought they were going to score. I don't know what Benzema does there. It looks like it's on Benzema's head on the edge of the 6-yard box. A cleverly worked corner. And I don't know what happens with Benzema. Kroos short to Modric. He tricks Mane. He puts a lovely... He would have been offside anyway. He was offside. Good line by Liverpool. He would have been offside anyway. Look, would have been offside. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Grand Theft Auto tonight as well. Chill. I love it. Good chill. 12,000 watching. Please smash a like if you're watching and give us a share. There's a share button. You can share it on your socials. Appreciate that. Liverpool coming forward now with Mane. Liverpool-Madrid, definitely the better game at the moment. More measured between Dortmund and Man City. Lots of possession for each side, but not really any chances. Bit of a slower pace. Madrid, Liverpool, faster pace, faster tempo because... Why is it? Because Liverpool need more goals. They've got to get 2 without reply to go through. I'd rather Liverpool win the Champions League, Samson. I know, it's a horrible thing to say, but it's true. Benzema doing some good hold-up play there. Benzema is class, as Tom's vid. You know, I was just about to say the same thing. I think I always remember Ronaldo saying it, that he got so many goals because of Benzema. His work rate. Good play by Salah. Nice little ball. Clever play by Salah. Firmino puts it behind Milner, but he'll shoot. Oh, what a save by Courtois. It was an absolute... brilliant bit of play there by Salah, and it finds its way to Milner. And I tell you what, that's going in the top corner. It's not a brilliant save. He's got it covered, but it was a good shot. And now it's Madrid's chance to catch away. Right. Thanks for the super chat there from Hassan. Let's keep an eye on the other game here. And Dortmund losing the ball. 50-50 there. Well won. Lovely play by Madrid. Asensio. I'm good today, Nicola. Hope you're doing well as well. Madrid starting to settle into the game. I mean, I you know what? I haven't. It's common knowledge to anyone who watches these videos that I haven't watched La Liga this season. I've just not found it interesting, but I've got to say that Madrid have been more impressive. They've given a good account of La Liga, because I watched Barcelona play against PSG and I was very unimpressed. Obviously watched Atletico Madrid against Chelsea, very unimpressed. Sociedad against United, very unimpressed. And obviously Granada are a mid-table team. So I've not been... I don't think La Liga's been very good. But Madrid, to be honest with you, I think Madrid have, as a team, have looked good. Better than I expected. And considering they've got Varane and Ramos out, I think Madrid have looked, good. I mean, I know Liverpool aren't what they were, but I do think they've looked good, Real Madrid. One goal you'd love to achieve for United stand in 5 years as TF plays. I don't know. Lovely cross. Mane's up. Cleared. I don't know. I suppose a lot of the things I would like to achieve now are probably away from the United stand, if I'm absolutely honest. I know. I mean, I never thought it would get 1 million subscribers. And I think when you hit 1 million subscribers, 10 million... I said this to Drawty a few weeks ago. When you get 1 million subscribers, 2 million would be nice, but it's never going to feel the same as 1 million. I enjoy doing it, but probably other ambitions elsewhere. I'd like to be Prime Minister next. That's my next job, which is, we'll see. What's your angriest moment from Man United this season, says Elaine Skilling? I think going out to Leipzig was very angry. I was very angry about that. I probably handled it quite well. I can't remember how I reacted on the night, but I sort of moved on from it quite quickly and was like, we need to focus on the league form, which has been very good. But I wasn't happy about going out. I thought it was a bit unacceptable to go out, really, in the Champions League. Dortmund might get something, says Forever United. I think the Dortmund-Man City game, I've got it on and I'm sort of like tentatively watching that one because I just don't want Man City to score first in that. Lovely 1-2 between Benzema and Vinicius here. He's got a lot to do, but Trent works back at him quite well. But Madrid, This is going to be a very difficult game. Very difficult game for Liverpool. If they turn this around, they'll have deserved it, because Madrid are not here to just sit back and be intimidated. And I said that before the game kicked off. I think the absence of an Anfield crowd makes it very difficult for Liverpool to dominate and overwhelm Madrid. That's what you lose without the home fans. And also, let's not forget, like Ollie said, I bet there'll be a few misplaced passes tonight, because when Liverpool start passing, they might see a red seat and not see the shirt. If you could sign a right winger, a centre-back forward, CDM from the teams tonight, who would you sign? Only 4 players, 1 from each team. Done it, Alvin. Done it. So it's a very quick answer. I think we'd take Diaz as the centre-back from City. We'd take Salah as the right winger from Liverpool. We'd take Haaland as the striker from Dortmund, which means Madrid, we would take Casemiro as the CDM. Alvin says, if you could sign up... I've done that one. Thanks for that. Great show that just ended at United Stand. Lots of great points. Must see for all United fans. Just wanted to mention it. Stay safe, says Harold Holst-Fairfeld. It is a fantastic video from Per Carlson, who is the Norwegian journalist who is in every press conference of Ollie's now. We had an interview with him today. It's just gone up on the United Stand. Give it a watch later. Fantastic. Talks about Haaland, Cavani, transfer budgets. Really, really good. Mr. Nostalgia says the 99 season was magical. The group stage games, Liverpool, Arsenal in the FA Cup, Inter, Juve, Bayern, so many special games. City can't buy that. I mean, look, if Man City win the treble, it's something we're just going to have to deal with. But it will never be the same. It can't be the same, because it's like tonight. This is a good game, but it's very different. It's exhibition football almost. And I'll say this to anybody. This is not sour grapes. This is definitely... It's a goal at Dortmund! I missed a bloody goal at Dortmund! Shove your nostalgia up your arse! Dortmund score! And it's a goal for Dortmund! What am I talking about? I'm a bloody idiot! Bellingham! Get in, you get! Have some of that! Bellingham! Oh, I've not even seen it yet! Get in! Ball over the top. Haaland chases it down. Pebbles is in all sorts of trouble. Haaland holds it up. Haaland holds it up. Cuts it back. Could have been a penalty, but what a goal by Bellingham it is. There's not a lot there. There's not a lot going on. I think it could have been a penalty to Dortmund anyway. But it's a lovely bit of skill by Bellingham. Look at the way he gets his foot onto it. Side-footed as well. Oh, it's a bloody brilliant goal. He's got to go to the Euros. Got to go to the Euros, Dortmund, not for Dortmund, for England. He's doing it in a Champions League quarter-final. He had a goal last week. He scored a goal tonight. He's got to go to the Euros. Magnificent. Absolutely magnificent goal. And I think it probably would have been a penalty as well. Dortmund, game on. Long way to go. Long way to go in that one. City are not in the mud. They're just 1-0 down. Long, long way to go. Don't get excited. But Dortmund have got the first say in the game, which is what they've got to do. He has to start for England. Never mind. Go, says Dane Grayson. He's a fantastic player. 17 as well. Who do you prefer, Mount or Foden ability-wise, Mark? Says Finn. You know what? I think Foden will be a better player. But at the moment, I'd say Mason Mount. There was a chance for Liverpool here as well. Cross came in and Kabak does not get his head on that. Get in, we'll be so happy if City go out, says Raz. No, I'm not talking about that. There's 80 minutes to go in that match. A long way to go. Even if, remember, even if Dortmund score again, City only need 1. Oh, they're in again, Dortmund here. Corner ball to Dortmund. Yeah, but what I was saying before is that as much as this is great, we're watching these games and they're fantastic to watch. Imagine there is a big difference between Real Madrid at the Bernabeu and Real Madrid at Anfield as a return leg. There are big differences to that. And you would not get the same games. Liverpool with an Anfield crowd behind them tonight is a different prospect for Real Madrid. It is. But cross comes in for Dortmund and it's headed straight at Ederson by Akanji. And Man City love to do this on the break. Kevin De Bruyne They're on the break here. It could have been a goal for Dortmund, but now it's Man City on the break. They love doing this, but the keeper's got hold of it. Ooh, I tell you what. City could be making the same mistake they make every year. This is Forever United. Too early. It's too early to talk like that. But Dortmund could have scored there. He has to start for England. Never mind, go, says Dane. Mark Bellingham going to Euros with England would be the same as Donny going to United, says Andy and Bruno. And hi, Mark. Can you give my mate Mark Goldbridge a shout out? He's been horrible. What? William Hurst. Yeah, that's not funny. Apparently his mate Mark Goldbridge has been in a bad skiing accident. We've hit 2,000 likes. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Please subscribe. Bottom right hand corner. We're 100 away from 356,000. I don't know why my phone keeps doing that. It's annoying. It keeps going on to silent. Timer is absolutely spot on. I've got 20 seconds, 20 minutes on here, and I've got 20 minutes on there. What a goal by Bellingham. It's the technique from Bellingham to open his body up and then get the side foot power onto it. It's very hard to hit that. I missed Benzema hitting the post. Sorry. What a prat. I'm just getting very excited. I missed an opportunity, William. Story of my life. The worst opportunity I ever missed was not going to trials with Peterborough United. But I think in the long term, they missed out. 15-year-old Goldbridge didn't go to his Peterborough United trials. Just think of all the hype they would have got now if I was playing for Peterborough. Obviously, it's a different path. Josh wants Dortmund to win, and so does Frano. Yeah, there was the shot from Benzema, foot to the post. I think if Real Madrid score, it's game over, man. It's game over. Gucci says, "Why don't you actually commentate the game?" Because if you want commentary of the game, go and watch Boring McManaman. And I'm keeping an eye on two games here. Here's Vinicius on the counter for Madrid. Oh, I tell you what, I hope we're going to get a good night tonight. It'd be easy for PSG if City lose. I don't really care. I think that's a long time to think about that. But it's set up quite well now because I think Dortmund on the break are a decent side. And Man City have got to score here. This game could be really interesting because obviously I think if Man City get 2 away goals, it goes into their favour. But even if they get 1, Dortmund have only got to score to keep it open. It could be a long old night. Could be extra time in one of these two. We never thought about that, did we? But it's a long way to go. I mean, this game could flip easily. Man City could be 3-1 up in half an hour. You know, it's that sort of thing. Goal kick to Real Madrid there. Man City having a lot of the ball. Messi says that Vinicius can twist Trent like a pretzel. Seriously, can't believe we missed out on Jude, says Anil Sharma. Yeah. If Southgate doesn't take him to the Euros, he's an absolute prat. I mean, who's his midfield? Calvin Phillips. I mean, Calvin Phillips is a mid-table Leeds player. This guy's playing midfield in the bloody Champions League quarter-final. And he scored in 2 of them. Madrid win it back here in a good position. Then Liverpool win it back. And now there's an injury. Smutty says, love the new layout. Cheers, pal. Blake HD says, all fans except City fans want Dortmund to win. That's everybody then. That's everybody apart from about 5 people. I still think City are favourites in that one. Yeah, it's very rare that City don't score. And I don't rate Dortmund defensively. I think that's their big problem. City trying to play good stuff, but Dortmund are stifling them, says Forever United. And they've won a corner here. Casemiro's hobbling around a little bit here. And that's gone out for a goal kick. Corner to Manchester City. Mahrez is on it. Yeah, I don't think Man City won't score. That's the problem. Oh, there's a crunching tackle there from Casemiro. He's going to get a yellow card. He's basically put Milner into the touchline. Klopp's just sort of like saying, I don't know, opinion on Gary Neville having Greenwood in the England squad, says TF Plays. I don't think he did. Has he changed his mind again? He didn't have him with Carragher the other week. Changed his mind, hasn't he? Kicking off a bit in the Liverpool-Madrid game. Haven't seen the tackle again. But he is going to book Casemiro. He's a good referee, this one. Yeah, I was watching what Foden was doing there. Let's watch it again. Casemiro. Yellow. It's a yellow, isn't it? It's a yellow card. You'd be unlucky to get a red for that. Yellow card, Casemiro. Didn't get the ball. Tried to get the ball. Bit late. Milner's... I tell you what, though. The thing is, Milner's made a career out of making dirty fouls like that. So, jog on. Andy Robertson needs to calm down. He's had a yellow card. "25 minutes gone then. Dortmund 1-0 up. Liverpool, Madrid still 0-0. I mean, Liverpool can score 2 goals in the last 10 minutes. It's not over, but they definitely will want to score the first goal. Get Madrid worried a little bit. Man City not having a lot of joy here. De Bruyne. Oh, he's at the bar. He's at the bar. He's at the bar, De Bruyne. He can't believe it. It looked like the chance had gone. If only Bellingham's goal counted last week, says Aaron. Let's watch this back. It comes in. De Bruyne. Lovely shot. Hits the bar and Bernardo Silva heads it wide anyway. But I don't know whether the referee had given a foul or something. But told you, don't write them off. He's at the Denver. And they're in again here. Man City, Dortmund need to get some composure here because it's going to be a long old night. Man City have gone up some gears here, 25 minutes. Finn, I've just read it. I don't know what the point of it was. Scary to think if Jude had come to United, he'd probably be treated as a youth player this season, playing under 23, says Dan. Well, I think that's exactly why he didn't come to United. Mark, you say City got 5 fans. Who are the other 2? Only know of the Sheikh, along with Noel and Liam. Wash your hands and scrub your toes. I tell you what, Liam will be nervous. Good games, better than last night. Quality of football's much better. Here's Modric on the right. I think Dortmund need to calm themselves down a little bit here. They just need to get a bit of the ball. Man City having too much of the ball. Bit of possession for Dortmund would be very, very important here. And they've got the ball back there. Madrid have got the ball here. And that goes out for a deep throw. Haaland is a presence on the break, Daz. Yes, he is. 16,000 watching. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Please smash a like on that video and give us a share on the share button. Thanks for tuning in. Interesting first half an hour here. Dortmund actually on the attack. Man City will clear it away. I think Bellingham's gone down injured there. And the referee blows it up. But it's Liverpool on the attack and the other one. Bellingham's actually down. But here's Firmino. Terrible ball by Firmino. And he's sold Trent short there. And now it's Benzema. And they've got to be careful. Clever play again by Benzema. Madrid looking quite comfortable at the moment. Liverpool just not being able to make any inroads. Oh, I'll tell you what. Man City have got close a couple of times. Could really do with another Dortmund goal in this one. I don't think one's going to be enough. Of course, if they keep a clean sheet, they're through. A huge ask to do that, especially with Dortmund's defence. It's really hard to see them doing that, especially now Man City are already laying siege and we've only had half an hour. But it's Salah on the right here for Liverpool. Rolls it into Mane. The ball is Robertson. If he waits, he does wait, and it's not a very good ball. The final pass from Liverpool just not good enough. Free kick to Man City here on the edge of the box, just near the touchline. Mendy into Benzema. De Bruyne, he'll fancy whipping this into on the goalkeeper, you know. It's a good angle here. It's a good free kick position for Man City. He's already had a sighter by hitting the bar. Some people saying it's a bit of a weak foul. And it's well cleared away by Dortmund for another corner. Royce did well heading that away. Corner to Man City. Can't take your eyes off both games at the moment, but the Man City Dortmund one is taking more of my attention. Side netting, goal kick. Thanks, Vandy Candy. Kevin De Bruyne or Cantona? Come on. Cantona. Here's Salah. Lovely 1-2. Salah keeps it in. Still got it, Salah. Dortmund just bringing the ball out from the back in the other game. Cross comes in. Pep looking a little bit concerned there. A long way to go. A long way to go in that one. Another foul there. Thanks everyone tuning in. What would you rather, home or away for first leg? Says Harry B. I think in the olden days when you've got a crowd. I mean, if you're Liverpool, you want the second leg at home, don't you? Because you've got. It's like you're only playing the first half. You're only playing the first half, aren't you? So I think the second leg at home is always beneficial. But at the moment, with no fans in the ground, I do think it takes a lot away. Oh, lovely play by Foden. Mahrez, great save off the line. Bloody hell. It's not going to take long here. I think City are going to be level soon. Foden keeps it in amazingly well and it ends up with Mahrez. And I think it was cleared off the line or the keeper saved it. Watch this. Foden keeps it in. I don't know how he keeps it in. Sends it back into the box. Mahrez, oh, it's a great save by the keeper. Dortmund need to get a grip here. They really do. It's interesting. It's intense, sacking. Play professionally for Liverpool or never play at all. I'd play for Liverpool, mate, Chubba. I'd love to play professional football. And there's loads of players that have done that. John Terry's a Man United fan, isn't he? Played for Chelsea. You know, professional. That's the whole point, is it? Professional footballer. There's Dortmund on the attack here. Man City should clear that, and they do. First step for Dortmund, half-time. Just get to half-time. It's a huge job. It's a huge job for Dortmund because as soon as Man City score, Dortmund have got to score 2 to go through. 2-1 just makes it go to extra time. Yeah, I think Raheem Sterling was a Man United fan, wasn't he? Played for Liverpool and Man City. Pedge says Dortmund are losing possession a bit too cheaply for his liking. They're on the attack though. Lovely. Oh! Man City were in a bit of bother there. Liverpool, I tell you what, there's so much going on here. Now Man City break. Well in. Dortmund win the ball back. Jamie says Haaland's not really had any service in both games. Let's not forget, I mean, look, Dortmund are doing a very good job here. Man City, arguably one of the best teams in the world at the moment, if not the best. Dortmund are not even in the top 4 in the Bundesliga. They're doing, Dortmund are not this great side. They're just not. So they're doing very, very well at the moment. And regardless of what you think's going to happen, it would be a huge shock if Man City don't find a way through this game. That's never a foul. The ref's shit. He's absolutely shit. How has Bellingham committed a foul there? He wins the fucking ball. Oh, some of these European refs are twat. Bellingham just said it, I won the bloody ball. Watch this back. Hummels passes it into Bellingham. Bellingham wins the ball against Dia. Oh, the game's gone. The game's gone. Again, it's another one where he's won the fucking ball and they give a foul. Just knobhead. It's getting worse. It gets worse every year. You can win the ball now and they'll give a foul. PSG Chelsea final. I don't know. I mean, Real Madrid Liverpool, just to keep you updated with that. Bit sloppy. Both teams have been quite good in their build-up play, but they're fine in the final third. Both quite similarly sloppy. And the team that finds that ability to play a final pass first is probably going to win this game. Nice little ball into the channel here. Kabak does reasonably well against Asensio, but Asensio holds it up. Vinicius Jr., lovely bit of skill, bit of Brazilian flair. Here he goes, and he goes out for a goal kick. FIFA tomorrow, Mark. Yeah, FIFA tomorrow. FA Cup final tomorrow. Newcastle, my team, in the career mode against Man City. Kyle Walker. Make sure you subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Not Kyle Walker. I don't want him to subscribe. He plays for City. You're not welcome, Kyle. But, yeah, subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Thanks very much for watching, everybody. Got over 17,000 watching. Let's see if we can get to 20k. Well, I don't know how to do that, actually. It's all right me saying, let's see if we can get to 20k. I don't know how it happens. But thanks, everyone, for tuning in. Bit of exercise. Keep the energies up. Oh, here we go. Man City. Zinchenko with the cross. Comes to Gundogan on the edge. They do win a lot. One thing I would say about Man City is they win a lot of 50-50 tackles, don't they? You know, when it's like crunch, they tend to come out on top. Don't know how they do that. Mark, you said Arsenal ruins players' careers. What about Lukaku, Pogba, Van der Beek, Di Maria, Sanchez, calling the kettle black? Zane, where are you in the league? End of discussion. Mic drop. Trent. Cross comes in. Good cross! Oh, how does Mane not get on the end of that? Heart in mouth moment there. I thought he'd scored. How close was he to it? He's onside. No. Doesn't seem to want to stretch for it either. Could he have stretched for it? No, it's just a bit too far. It's too far for him. Another corner for City here. 9 minutes to go till half time in that one. Long night ahead for Dortmund. It's just got to be a case of can we get to half time and try and hit them on the break at some point. Oh, God, another header on target and the keeper just grabs hold of it. He's gone long. Foden. He's strong, no foul. Did well there, Foden. Zane, your best player left your club to win a title with us. Sit down, says Red Harlow. Oh, Robin Van Persie. Bellingham right and Rice pivot looks absolutely brilliant, Josh King. I'm going to tweet it. Liverpool. Oh, Salah's in a lot of space. Oh, and Firmino again. The pass just wasn't good enough. We're all Dortmund, right? Says Douglas Van Horn. I think so. Yeah, I think so. I still think it'd be a massive job for them to do it though. Both much better games than last night. Nice ball wide here. Is there anybody in the middle for him? He puts a decentish cross, but Edison gets hold of that quite easily. Madrid coming away with it down the other side. Vinicius is the ball, mate. Oh, he's booking Bellingham now. Yeah, it probably was a booking, really, to be fair. Saka, Martinelli, Pepe, looking forward to seeing you in the finals. Zayn Miasi. Yellow card for Bellingham. I think that would put him out of the semi-final, wouldn't it? Didn't he get booked last week for the goal? Got to be very careful, though, Bellingham. He's having a fantastic game, but you don't want him on a yellow card with an hour to go. Sort of stops him putting tackles in. And Man City. Oh, Salah. Over the bar. Oh, nearly a ridiculous ball by De Bruyne then to the back post. 5 minutes to go. Shut up, says what a player Bellingham is. Dean, please share the video if you're watching. Trying to get up to 20,000 watching tonight. You can click the share button, share it on your socials, on Twitter, Facebook, whatever. Be fantastic. Thanks everyone tuning in. We are 5 minutes out from half time in both games. I mean, Real Madrid and Liverpool is 0-0. It's very equal as well. Does that bode well for Liverpool who need 2 goals? I don't think it means that Liverpool are out, but I do think it's a very equal game. Dortmund 1-0 up against City. I mean, Man City just look ridiculously dangerous. I don't know how Dortmund have got to try and keep a clean sheet. And Wijnaldum puts it over the bar. Big chance for Liverpool there. Came to him right on the right in the box, slightly right of the penalty spot, and he puts it over the bar. Trent, quite fortuitous how it finds its way to Wijnaldum. He's got to put that on target, really. Got to put that on target. Of course, Gundogan used to play for Dortmund, didn't he? Bellingham scored for Dortmund, yeah. Trying to keep my eyes on lots of different things here. Please subscribe, by the way, bottom right hand corner. We're very close to 356,000. I need some. That'll do. That's my exercise for the week. I read somewhere that if you can lift your own body weights, it's good for you. 1 a week. Comments, put a hand emoji if you want Dortmund to win. Says Forever United. I think you might get a few hands. Liverpool can't finish their dinner. Well, Wijnaldum and Salah pretty much had the same similar sort of chance, really, and both put it over the bar. They need a goal, Liverpool, and they need to score first. Although De Bruyne has played really well in the Prem against teams such as Burnley, you've got to say he's never won a European game for City, says Stratos. Don't tempt fate, Stratos. You've just jinxed it now. Hi, Mark, my friend. Paris is a massive United fan, and today is his 1 year anniversary with his girlfriend, Shivani. Could you please congratulate him, says Jack Powell. Congratulations, pal. Nice ball wide here. Here's Asensio on the right. Into Casemiro. Madrid have been very good in possession. I think both teams have been pretty good in possession up to the final third. It's just you've got to say fair play to both defences really, because it's been difficult for both teams to create a defining chance so far. Man City dominating the ball here. Of course, if it's 1-1, Man City go through. As soon as Man City get a goal, the game changes. And Haaland has hardly been in this game. You do feel there's something on the break for Haaland, but at the moment, it's whether he gets that chance on the break before Man City score their equaliser, if you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? Evening Mark, just joined you from my kids trying to get into Fortnite. Missed the beginning of both matches. Was the Dortmund goal good, says Gavin Blake. Very good goal from Bellingham. He has been booked. I just hope that doesn't, you could see something like that changing the course of this game. We saw it we saw Leeds down to 10 men at the weekend and they still managed to win actually, didn't they? So if Leeds can beat them with 10 men, you can do it with 11, Dortmund. But a long, long way to go in that one. Long, 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 long way to go. Welcome to the Members Club, Matthew Paul. Big up, Matthew. Remember, everyone's welcome on here. Matthew's a Wolves fan. Even then. No, everyone is welcome on here. It's not club specific. We are going to be doing the FA Cup semi-final on Saturday between Man City and Chelsea. Man City at the moment, everything's on for them, but they're going to have to work. They're going to have to work for it. But there's nothing Man City like more than dominating possession. Very, very equal game, this Liverpool-Madrid game, isn't it? The press of City here is, pardon the pun, impressive. Nice ball into Mane. I don't know why he doesn't stay on his feet there. Goes into him in the box. Oh, Man City getting lucky there. The break was there for Haaland and the ball just ricochets to a Man City player on the attack. And it's that sort of luck that can be defining in a game like this. Back with Man City. Comments, leave a like on the video, says Forever United. Thanks for the super chat, Forever United. The Dortmund Man City game is half time. Well done, Dortmund. Very, very good to be at that level at half time. Ref's ready to blow in the other one. Well, I wish it was full time in Dortmund. It's only half time. But we've seen very little of Haaland. But we have seen a lot of Jude Bellingham. There's a corner here for Liverpool. How they'd love a goal. They'd love a goal. They'd love a goal in the last minute of each half. They'd go through with that. But can they get one here? It's a corner for Trent Alexander-Arnold. It's half-time in the other game. It's 1-0 to Dortmund in that. We'll talk about it in a minute. The cross comes in from Trent Alexander-Arnold. Headed away by Madrid. Still there. Still 5 seconds to go. Fabinho makes a bit of an error. I tell you what, I thought he'd undercooked that back to Alisson, but it's half time in that one as well. Amazing effort from Dortmund, says Hayes. It's been fantastic from Dortmund. It might only be half the story. It could be the beginning of a fairy tale. And I reiterate fairy tale here. Look, I want Man City to lose. Of course I want Man City to lose. But I don't see it happening. I don't think Dortmund are good enough to knock Man City out. But I didn't think Leeds were good enough to beat them at the weekend. And the way things stand at the moment, Dortmund would be through. But they're going to have to keep a clean sheet. And City have come close a few times in that half. It's going to be very interesting second half in that game. As for Liverpool and Madrid, I'm sure Liverpool fans are getting a bit of a sense of doom. But one goal can become 2 goals very, very quickly. Look, one of the worst things that's ever happened in my footballing career was, as a fan, was going into stoppage time in the last game of the season, knowing that if Man City didn't score 2 goals, we'd won the league. The bastards scored 2 goals. So you can score 2 goals quite quickly. It's not over till it's over. You could get one with 5 minutes to go and force the other one in. So it's not over for Liverpool yet. My concern would be, if I was Liverpool, is that it's quite an equal game. And the worry is that Madrid could score a goal as much as Liverpool could. But Liverpool have got to take risks in the second half. Do you think Dortmund have a chance in the semis? They're not there yet, Lunt. they're not there yet, so I wouldn't talk about that. Zane says, Mark, you said in your video this week Bruno is the difference between Arsenal and United. So what happens when Bruno leaves, which he will, as he won't win anything with Ollie there, says Zane Miassi. Well, he might win something in the next few weeks, mate. Hopefully against your shower shit in the final, if you can get there. Mark, what do you think about support your local? I think it's complete nonsense, says Mihovel. It's a flawed argument. It makes no sense. People haven't been supporting their local clubs for decades, so it's not even a modern phenomenon either. Kanje's played quite well. Let's not jinx anything. Come on, Dortmund, and beat the cheaters, says Ran16. And Chelsea are carrying England at the moment, says Mark Oldbridge. Come on, Liverpool, says Danny Rowland. Amazing game, says Retter. Paris, PSG, Chelsea final, says David Lloyd. You know what? I said it in that game, and I'm happy to repeat it. I think La Liga's crap. And my evidence of that is that every La Liga team I've watched this season, I've been disappointed by. Atletico Madrid, Barcelona, Real Sociedad, Granada. But over these 2 games, I think Real Madrid have been really good. Really good. And I don't think that if Real Madrid get through past Liverpool, I don't think they'll definitely lose to Chelsea. I think that'll be a very good semi-final. Certainly better than Atletico Madrid Chelsea was. So I wouldn't count against. I think Real Madrid and Chelsea are going to be the outsiders no matter what. Because if Man City get through and it's Man City PSG, they'll be the favourites in the final, one of those. So, you know, I wouldn't count Real Madrid out yet, and therefore I wouldn't count Liverpool out yet. And your best moment were those 2 goals for the treble, I imagine, says Finanimous. Yeah, I mean, look, the I always say this, the Sheringham goal was almost better than the Solskjaer goal, and you have to live it to realise it, but I just remember sitting there in stoppage time and thinking this whole season has been magical and it's going to end on a flat note. You're going into virtually stoppage time. You're 1-0 to Bayern Munich in the game to win the European Cup, and we've not won the European Cup for years. You think it's over. And then Sheringham! And you're like, I jumped to coffee table, and I was at a massive house party. I jumped to coffee table and nearly broke my ankle. I was absolutely elated. And then bloody Solskjaer scored straight after. And of course it was a better moment because you're going to win it, but I'd used so much off on the Sheringham one. It was like I was on reserves. Quite astonishing to me that Bellingham is scoring goals like that and playing that well against top position at the age of 17. Racehorse Red. Bellingham, I hate to say this as a United fan, Jude Bellingham made the right decision going to Dortmund, because absolutely 100% he would not be playing for Manchester United. If he'd signed for us, he'd either be in the under-23s, sat on the bench not being used, or on loan. He went to Dortmund and he's playing in a Champions League quarter-final, and he's man of the match. So Bellingham made the right choice. As much as it hurts, Jude Bellingham made the right choice not coming to Manchester United. And we can talk about progress, and there is progress, but is it total progress when a 16-year-old English lad from Birmingham chooses to go to Germany instead of Manchester United? There's something intrinsically wrong with United for a player to want to do that. And I think it's to do with the fact that we talk about youth, but do we actually play a lot of youth? I don't think we do, and I don't think we have done for a long time. Hi, and look, people will go Greenwood, Rashford. Of course, Rashford was not Ollie's. Greenwood is Ollie's. McTominay was not Ollie's. We talk about it, we develop it, but we don't really chuck it in. Diallo, if he was at Dortmund, would have been playing since Christmas. Like, we don't chuck them in and let them go. And Dortmund do. So Bellingham's made the right choice. Hi, Mark, how are you? No doubt Pep is a great manager, but how much of his success was down to Messi? Hey, look, you're going to be eating the words at full time. I still think Man City are firm favourites. Mark, look how well Poch's done. He's light years ahead of Ollie and Jose. How could you not take him? He's the best young manager in the world. Says Zane. Mark, off topic, but you inspired me to play Football Manager, and I've just taken Notts County to the Championship and now onto the Prem. Well done, Sid. I'll be back playing mine soon. Mbappe better than Haaland, says Tariq. Thanks for the super chat, Arthur Noble. Please subscribe, by the way, bottom right-hand corner. Everybody's welcome on this channel. 2 fantastic nights of Champions League football, and we're only at halfway here, half-time point. Second halves are going to be tense, one way or another. 2 of these teams are going out tonight. But, yeah, going back to that previous point, Mbappe better than Haaland. I mean, Haaland's living on scraps. He's living on scraps, which is why I don't know why he'd want to come to United. He's living on scraps. Mbappe... both games I saw him, Mbappe against Bayern, he's getting the ball loads. Both games I've watched Haaland, he ain't getting the ball. So, look, I would take Mbappe over Haaland because he's more of a flair player. But in fairness to Haaland, there's not a lot going on for him tonight. He's the youngest ever Champions League scorer, Jude Bellingham. by a long way. 17 years and 289 days. The plus side of not signing Jude Bellingham is you don't have to listen to a Dudley accent every week. Would rather listen to a cup of tea and biscuits, says Joshua Bowwater. Oh, no. You know, there's somebody on TikTok, someone keeps sending me their videos, and he makes quite good points, but his voice cuts through me like a bloody paper cut. It is a really irritating accent. It's not their fault, but I do find it very irritating. Some people probably really enjoy it, though. Don't get the hype around Haaland, says Mamba, and the youngest is Bojan, but he's not English. That's what they're saying. Oh, I thought I'd lost one of my nuts then. Seemed to pop up somewhere. I don't know whether it's back. I don't want to sort of have a feel around. Would you put Neymar in your top 10 players of all time, says Comment Thief? Probably not. Probably not. There's been some good ones. Chelsea versus Madrid, who goes through, says Abra. Well, look, don't count Liverpool out yet. If they get one goal, it changes. Basically, if Man City score, it's very hard for Dortmund because even if Dortmund scored 2, it would only go to extra time. If Liverpool can get a goal, it changes the game completely. But second half's to come here. I am on Twitch tonight, yes. Links in the video description. Give me a follow. Playing a bit of Grand Theft Auto, so give us a follow on that if you want through the link in the video description. I'm not on TikTok, Jordan. I just get sent these little clips sometimes, so I can't comment on it. Apparently I am on it, but I don't go on it, if that makes sense. If Dortmund go through, I'm going to start feeling happy for PSG, says Nathaniel. If Dortmund go through, then I will do a reaction video, but I don't expect to be doing a reaction video tonight. I think it will be City who get through. I do, but you know, maybe I'm being a little bit reverse psychology there. Who are the 2 teams that will make it to the final, says Cairo? If you're asking me right here, right now, which is what you are doing, I think the 2 finalists will be... I think it will be a Man City-Chelsea final. I think the semi-final of the FA Cup on Saturday will be a dress rehearsal for it. But I could be completely wrong. I mean, it could be Liverpool-Dortmund final. Like, you do not know. And I think not having fans in the ground, in one ways it's advantageous, but in another way, it blows games open, really, because there is no... I mean, I think this would be a very different game at Anfield tonight if that was a full Anfield. That crowd would be intimidating and it would give Liverpool more of a push. But at the end of the day, it's a behind closed door game, and I don't care what anybody says. It's fair for everybody because there's been a game at the Bernabeu, there's been, you know, but it's not the same. And I think that's where... I think that's another reason why teams like Man City have had a good season, because they've got a fantastic squad. But there's also no intimidation for them when they're playing away from home. Neymar has better vision passing than Ronaldo and is far more exciting at Man United. Ronaldo was quite ball greedy and don't swear at me today, says Suki. You're talking out your arse, Suki. You're absolutely talking out your arse. Mark, I'm worried 2 rather boring nights of Champions League this week. I foresee the scoreline of both games staying the same, unfortunately. Andrew C, I'd be over the moon if they stay the same. But sometimes it's not the quality of football. It's the fantastic thing about football is it's not always about the quality of the football, is it? It's about the enormity of the result. I mean, I've got Dortmund Man City on. If that stays 1-0, I'm sure there's going to be loads of chances for Man City where it's going to be heart in the mouth. And all right, Liverpool Madrid does need a goal in it, but the other game, I think the Dortmund Man City game is just so tense because it's like it would be. And I wanted to say this. Dortmund are not in the top 4 in the Bundesliga. They are a big name team, but they are not a good team this year. If they were to knock Man City out, that would be a huge shock. This would be like Lyon last year. It would be huge. Man City should not be losing to Dortmund. Dortmund are having a bad season. Dortmund are probably not going to be in the Champions League next year. And for them to do that, and also they haven't got Jadon Sancho. So if Dortmund were to pull this off tonight, it would be a massive shock. And I don't think people think it is a shock because Dortmund get hyped up. Because, they've got Haaland, it's Dortmund, the yellow shirts and this, that and the other. But they're not that good this year. It would be a huge, huge deal for them to knock Man City out. I actually think when the draw came out, after Chelsea, Man City had the best draw. I mean, Porto were the team everyone wanted, but then I think Dortmund... I mean, you look at the teams that are left in it, Porto probably the worst. I'd say Dortmund the second worst, because then you've got Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City, PSG, Bayern Munich, Real Madrid. So, if there's a God, please let Dortmund win, and I promise I'll stop filling up next door's wheelie bin, says Joshua Bowser. The way that the Dortmund City game is going shows that if you have to create chances for your striker for him to do anything, we shouldn't sign Haaland until we sort out the rest of the team, says Henry. Are you trying to say that Man City are the only team used to playing without fans, says the contrarian? Yeah, I'm glad you picked up on that. Hi Mark, Eden here, just a quick one. What are your thoughts on the future of cryptocurrency, and have you ever invested? I did a long time, Eden. I did a long time ago. I can't remember which one I invested in. It was probably about 5 years ago. Apparently it was one that was going to be absolutely huge, and lo and behold, it wasn't. I know a lot of people are interested in it. I'm too busy for all that, to be honest. We've got nearly 18,000 people watching. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe, bottom right hand corner. Everyone's welcome on here. Our next watch along is going to be Chelsea Spurs. Not Chelsea Spurs. Sorry, Spurs fan. I've just bantered you. I didn't even do it on purpose. It's going to be Chelsea Man City in the FA Cup semi-final. Of course, Spurs are not in an FA Cup semi-final, unfortunately. So yeah, please subscribe, bottom right hand corner, and give us a share if you're watching. Share the video. There's a share button there. Let's see if we can get up to 20k. I don't think we've ever been on over 20k on That's Football, actually. So it'd be nice to do that. We've got loads of watch-alongs coming up for you. I was looking last night at the Euros. Bloody hell. I think it's going to be 2 games a day streaming for about 4 weeks. I could even do 3 games a day. I don't plan on doing some of them. I think I'll try and just keep it to 2. But loads of football to come. And loads of football still to come in the season. We've still got Champions League semi-finals. We've still got FA Cup semi-finals. We've still got big Premier League games. So there's loads to come. Who will win their first Champions League first? Mbappe, Haaland or Tarkowski? Says Matthew Paul. Well, I tell you what, don't write off Tarkowski, because I've got Wood, and all I need is an opening. I just need an opening. Woody will take it. You know, an opening in a fence, an opening in a car park, anything will do. Burnley, you get us in that Champions League, and I'm telling you now, we're a contender. I will bloody love it if we beat PSG in the semi-finals. Mark, who will... Yeah, so I've done that one. Mark, would you consider doing an Australian football watch-along? Fully enough, Jackie. No. Right, second half's about to kick off. City looking focused here out on the pitch. They're just showing you the Jude Bellingham goal again here. I wonder if the ref was going to give a penalty for the foul that was quite clearly a foul before Bellingham scored. Mark, fancy an out to discuss my transfer plans, says Ed Woodward. I'd love it, Ed. I'd love it. And Mark, wouldn't you prefer English teams win the Champions League regardless of rivalries, because it means better players will join the Prem in the future as a result? God, no. Xavi, no. No. I wanted Chelsea to beat Atletico Madrid because Atletico Madrid were top of the La Liga, and I wanted to prove a point that the Premier League's better than La Liga. But there's certain rivalries that I just can't get past. I cannot want Man City to win the Champions League. I cannot want Liverpool to win the Champions League. And it's a respect thing. Like, I don't want Man City to take what we had in a treble. Liverpool are our biggest rivals. It's more important than any passport. Do you have a dark horse Euro winner, says Cody? Euros winner, dark horse. Can Portugal be classed as a dark horse? Zane says, I saw your video on Neymar. In the next 5 years, Saka will be in the top 5. He's got more chance than Greenwood. But Zane, you can't be a top 5 player in the world playing in a shit side. If Saka wants to be one of the best players in the world, he's got to go to a decent side. You can't do it from mid-table. Not trying to butter you up, Mark, but you could have easily been a stand-up comic, says Zane. Thanks, mate. I don't think I would do it. I couldn't be asked to write stuff out. What time and where, says Ed Woodward. Yeah, you're not the real one. I tell you what, Weatherspoons at Colmore Row in Birmingham tomorrow at 10 outside. I'll get us a little Wendy house so we can sit outside. Right, we're ready to go. Dortmund, Man City's already kicked off, and it's already a chance for Man City to knock the ball into the box. Keeper's got hold of it. They've started off earlier. Real Madrid and Liverpool haven't kicked off yet. Just waiting to start the timer based on that game. Referee's ready to go. We were already at a minute and 20 seconds in the Dortmund game. They're well ahead. I mean, Dortmund Man City started after Real Madrid Liverpool, but the second half they've started way before. Already a minute and a half behind. We're off now. I'll meet you at the office just before the staff drop in. La 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 la. Round our way the birds are singing. Du, 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 du. Round our way the sun shines bright. Du, 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 du. Round our way the girls sing for ya. 'Cause they already know ya. That's a crack. I haven't heard that from in ages. What a cracking song that is by Oasis. Another cracking B-side. But I tell you what, I hope Noel and Liam are crying tonight. Liverpool nearly had a chance there. Top 3 people you'd like to interview on United Stand and why, says TF Plays. Oh, I can't be bothered, mate. I'm too into the games to start thinking things like that. Boom, 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 boom. Sir Alex Ferguson would be one, definitely. So I'll give you one. I think Sir Bobby Charlton would be good to do as well. He's probably a bit ill for it now, unfortunately. But I think what a life. I'm more interested in those sort of people, really. Ed Woodward would be a good one, actually. As long as he tell the truth. So, can they get back into this, Liverpool? Man City are dominating as per usual. They're good from corners, and it's De Bruyne on a corner here. A lot of people in the live comments talking about if City lose. I don't think you appreciate how much City are still the favourites here. There's so much time to go and they're going to absolutely dominate the ball and Dortmund just can't get out. There's just no outball for them at the moment. Firmino there. Good. Half a chance for Firmino, took it down well, got his shot off. He's just not... It's not really Firmino's strength, is it? For a number 9, he's just not that accurate at shooting. Hi Mark, love the content, mate. Watch every day, says Luke. Thanks, pal. Lovely ball in from City here, cleared away. Dortmund just not winning the ball enough, though. It's inevitable that City are going to score here. Absolutely inevitable, because you cannot keep giving the ball away like this. It's going to be a very long half for them. That's got to be a foul. It's got to be a foul by Pebbles on Haaland there. He's done a good job then, Haaland, winning that. Courtois man of the match tonight, somebody said there. I mean, it's difficult, isn't it? I mean, I'm trying to keep 2 games and keep involved in the comments, which is exciting. But I think Liverpool-Madrid has just been a very equal game. Although Liverpool probably have had the better chances. Real Madrid haven't really had a big chance, have they? Liverpool have definitely had 2 or 3 half chances and a couple of... well, definitely that Firmino chance was one where I think a better striker scores it. But that's always been Firmino's weakness, isn't it? City coming forward again here. At what point do you think Liverpool need to score, Mark, if they're going to go through? I don't think there is a point, really. I don't think there is a point. Well, obviously there is a point. They've got to score before the final whistle. But I think if they scored with 5 minutes to go, Madrid would sit back. Last 10 minutes of games are very difficult, aren't they? Another corner here for Man City. But yeah, last 10 minutes of games are difficult. If Liverpool got a goal with 7 minutes to go, Madrid are going to sit back and you'd fancy Liverpool to get another chance. So the main thing is, I think if Madrid were to score now, then it would be very hard for Liverpool to score 3 in 40 minutes. Have you watched Robson more than a manager on Prime? Big taste. I think so. I think I did watch that quite a while, a couple of years ago. Need a lie detector to get a good interviewer from Woodward, says Thomas Bennett. Would you play Let's Sing as you like singing, says Daniel. Yeah, but no one else likes my singing, Daniel. Firmino's having a stinker. Thanks for everyone who's supporting my singing. It's given a penalty here to Man City. Well, he heads it onto his arm. It's above his arm anyway. That's not a penalty, is it? I thought there was a shirt thing. How is that a penalty? How is that a penalty? How is that a penalty? I thought there was a shirt sleeve thing. I'm stunned by this. I didn't think it was a handball if it was on the upper part of your body. He heads it onto this part of his arm. I thought there's a sleeve rule. Potential penalty check here from VAR. I think it's a disgrace. I mean, the fact that it's being checked by VAR shows you how lucky City are here, because that, to me, he heads it onto his arm, which means I don't know what the referee's doing here. Emre Can. Penalty review. I mean, look, at the end of the day, if it gets given, it gets given. It's been given. Unbelievable. Unfucking believable. And this is what it means. It's fine margins, isn't it? You know, this goal basically puts City through because they've got the away goal from one of the most fortuitous penalties you'll ever fucking see. Fuck off, you oil baron bastards. What a joke. What an absolute joke. And they run around celebrating it like they bloody deserve it. You've you know, not only have you spent 1.3 billion in the last 10 years, you're now getting dodgy penalties in Champions League quarterfinals like that. Tell you what, when luck's on your side, luck's on your side. Bloody joke. Well, at least I've got the bigger game on the bloody on the bigger screen, because that's game over now. Man City have won. Even if Dortmund score, it's only extra time. So all the joy's gone out of that game. Well done, ref. Well done, UEFA. Cheating again. How that's a penalty, I'll never know. Heads it on his arm from like from half a metre out. How can that be a handball from that shorter space of movement? I genuinely don't think people understand the rules of football anymore. I really don't. And look, I'm going to open the floodgates here, of course I am, but he heads the ball onto his arm. If it goes straight onto his arm and hits him there, I thought there was a rule about your sleeve. I thought there was a rule about your sleeve there. If it hits your upper sleeve, then it's not a handball anyway. Or is that that might be the offside rule, I think. But it hits him there, but he heads it onto it. Like, how can that be a penalty? Look, I'm not going to get angry about this, but the reality is, if the ball travels less than half a metre when you head it onto your arm, and I know what people will say, his arm's in a stupid position, but it doesn't hit his arm direct. He heads it onto his arm. Like, he heads it onto his arm. How is that ever a penalty? It's ridiculous. It's absolutely shocking. But look, it's done. It's 1-1. I've got to change the score. But I feel sorry for Dortmund because they've had a goal disallowed in the first leg that never should have been disallowed, and now they've had a penalty against them. It's disappointing, but whatever. It's done. It's done. And I did say that I think if City score, that's it, because even if Dortmund were to score again, I'd fancy City to score again. Then it's 2 away goals. I mean, Dortmund have really not had any chances in this game. They needed to keep a clean sheet, but it would have been nice for them to keep a clean sheet a little bit longer than a dodgy, bloody referee ruining it. I mean, I don't know what VAR's thinking. I do not know what they are thinking in VAR to give that. But it's been given. We can't deny it. We can't deny it. FIFA coding penalty, says Cody. Another corner for Man City. I mean, City have... Look, I've got to put my hands up. City have dominated this game, and I always felt it would be very, very difficult for them to... They had to keep the clean sheet, and they've been absolutely dominated. Mark, would Bellingham even have played 15 games at United? Says... makes you wonder we could have an incredible player in Ahmed, but never get to see it, says Thomas T. No, Bellingham made the right decision. 100% made the right decision going to Dortmund. He wouldn't get game time at Manchester United. I think we've seen that with Van der Beek, and we've seen it with Diallo. He just wouldn't get the game time. Oil money helping Barchester City again. Paid ref, says Noah. I really don't understand how it's a penalty. If anybody actually wants to write something coherent over a couple of sentences and explain to us the rules, I can't understand how you can head it onto your own arm. I know his arm's out, and I thought the ball was just going to hit him on the arm, and I would have said that was a penalty. If that cross goes a long way. If that cross comes across and hits Chan on that bit of the arm, I can't deny it's a penalty. But when he heads it onto that arm, I'm like, I don't see how that's a penalty, because it's never I mean, we've had those. That's not in the Premier League. That's not a penalty. That's the problem. Let's be calm. In the Premier League, that's not a penalty, because we've seen, I think Salah had one a few weeks ago, United had one, and I think another team had one. I think it was Arsenal. Arsenal had one as well, didn't they? Where the ball hits the hand and we go, that's a penalty. And then in this country, it's not given. So, but in Europe, you can head it onto your own arm and it is a penalty. So I think the problem is here, to be fair, it's the fact that in the Premier League, that would not have been a penalty, because we've had incidents of that. So we are judging it on Premier League standards, and maybe in Europe they give them. Because remember, it's not an English referee, is it? Ben A says it's the same as the penalty United got at PSG a few years ago. Well, it's not, Ben. That is not the same, because that ball went a long way and Kimpembe had his hands up in the air. Emre Can's just headed the ball from there to there onto his arm. It's totally different. But I do agree with you. I don't think that would have been a penalty in the Premier League either against them. Will Hansen says if somebody smashes the ball into an opposing player's arm, then it's a penalty. No, it's not, Will. You might want to watch a bit of Premier League. If it touches any part of the arm, it's a penalty. I mean, again, look, I'm more than happy to read out intelligent people, but you're thick. Like, I just literally gave you 3 examples about a month ago in the Premier League where it clearly hit the hand of players. Salah had one against somebody, I can't remember who it was. United had one as well, where it clearly hits them on the hand. Against Man City, Manchester United, wasn't it? Who was it? Who did Man United have one? It was Chelsea, Hudson-Odoi, Manchester United, Chelsea. There's your handball. Like, that's a handball. He stops Man United moving the ball, and it's ball to hand, and it wasn't given. So that's where I think people are getting frustrated here. Look, Man City fans, the 4 or 5 of them that exist, Liam and Noel, they'll be going, "Oh, of course it's a penalty, mad for it." You know, they'll be saying that, but that's because they're spoiled. That's because they want to win. I get that. It's club bias, but I'm talking about we're watching games in Europe, and the rules are just different. That's not a penalty. You can spend a £5 if you want, Jason. I'll take the money, fine. But it's not a penalty. Not a penalty in this country. So the rules are different. And that's what I'm trying to say, Tonka. The rules are different. I don't understand how you can head the ball onto your own arm over the space of half a metre and get given a penalty. But there you go. Oh, what a surprise! Arsenal fans supporting City because their club's so shit. Arsenal fans, you'll never ever amaze me how low you will drop as a football club. That you're now supporting City because he's Arteta's mate. Bloody saddos, living your life through an oil club because your club's so shit. I don't think. As I said at the weekend, I don't. The FA website states that it's not a handball if it hits the sleeve or if it comes off the head and onto the arm, says Sam DLB. Yeah, but maybe that's the Premier League. Maybe that's the Premier League, Sam. Maybe that's the problem. Hope Dortmund pull it out of the bag, says Anil. That'd be very hard. In a footballing sense, Man City have been the better side. To be fair. The ball deflecting off the body onto the arm does not cancel the penalty if the defender's arm is extended well away from the body, says somebody there. Well, I mean, that's a fair comment. You know, it's about the only decent comment we've had all night. I've never seen I mean, to be honest, I must admit, in relation to Manchester City, I've seen quite a lot of new rules this season around City. Can you remember the one against Villa, where the player comes from the offside position against Mings and gets a goal? And now I've seen another one where you can a defender can head the ball onto their own arm and it's a penalty. So, you know, maybe that is the rule. There's another thing. Ashton says, there will be no penalty if the ball touches a player's hand arm immediately from their own head or the head body of another player, so it shouldn't be a penalty, says Ashton. I don't know. It's been given. It's been given. We move on. Callum says, I don't see how it's a penalty if the main point of the rule is about advantages to the team of the player whose hand touches the ball. Emre Can doing that accidentally has no advantage to Dortmund. Vinicius is on the break here for Real Madrid. Anyway, we've totally taken our eye off the ball. There's 64 minutes gone in both games. Liverpool still need 2 goals. Man City just need to not... Well, I don't know what Man City need here. They just need to keep doing what they're doing, because even if Dortmund score 1, it would just go to extra time. Dortmund haven't really... I think probably Dortmund might have scored a bit too early in this game, you know. Thiago's on for Liverpool, by the way. Well, apparently Jermaine Genius has said, and look, I've always said Jermaine Genius is a bit of a knob. He says the ball deflecting off the body onto the arm does not cancel a penalty if the defender's arm is extended well away from the body. Well, I think it's a stupid rule, but if that's the rule, that's the rule. You can't... I'm sure that rule is there because it's gone to VAR. It's not just one referee's decision. It's loads of others. So I'm not, you know, the rules is... there's obviously the rule is obviously correct. I just think it's a stupid rule. So it is what it is. Mane. Cross is cleared. 65 minutes to go. Champions League full of oil clubs now, says Sufra. I mean, I will say Emre Can's arm is in a bloody stupid position, isn't it? No wonder Liverpool got rid of him, Pratt. Please smash a like on the video, by the way. We're nearly at 5,000 likes. We've got 18,000 people watching. You're very, very welcome. Thank you very much for joining in. And you know, the great thing about watching two games is you're always going to get some controversy, aren't you? I just feel, ultimately, I just feel a little bit sad for Dortmund. City been the better side, but really bad for Dortmund. Legit goal chalked off last week, and then a dodgy penalty this week. Oh, what a save by Alisson there! Vinicius was through. That was the chance of the game. Forget Liverpool. That was the chance of the game for Real Madrid. He's running through, and Alisson makes a great save. He's made a few mistakes this season, but he's kept them in the game there. That could be important. Used to be a good rule in football. Ball to hand, says Jack Oliver. Cross to the back post, Liverpool. Head it wide. Let's see this chance again here for Vinicius. Ibby says, if Bruno claimed it, you'd be twerking if it's a penalty. Mate, I've already spoken about this at the weekend. I mean, I can't help thick people. Like, I totally didn't think it was a red card for Cooper against Man City at the weekend. But I did say, if it happened against a United player, of course I'd say it's a penalty. Everybody's going to have rose-tinted glasses when it's their club. We're all biased. You're an idiot if you don't think you are. Of course you're going to be biased. Of course you're going to say it's a penalty if you're a Man City fan. Of course you are. If that happened to United, of course I'm going to say it's a penalty, because that's just club bias. Club bias is blind. It's meant to be blind. That's why we get so passionate. But as somebody who is, you know, watching this game and was enjoying that game, I think it's just a big shame. And I also think Dortmund have been robbed over both legs, because they should have had 2 away goals, shouldn't they? Liverpool! Salah! Oh, he's took too long on that one, and it will go for a corner. Corner for Trent here. I am playing Grand Theft Auto tonight. Yep, links in the video description for Twitch. I'll be on there. Ty says, are you on there? I knew somebody would ask it. Formula 1 watch along, and do you think, no, I'm not doing Formula 1 watch alongs. I'm bored of asking. Why do people always ask me about Formula 1 watch alongs? I like Formula 1, but I never get to watch it because there's always a football match on when Formula 1's on. So I can't do it. Liverpool have lost, says Edwin. I don't think it's over yet. It's not over yet. It's getting harder. It's definitely getting harder, but it's not over yet. Hans Flick, I think, is going to take the German national job. Somebody just said he's no longer the Bayern job manager. Funeral watch along. Oh yeah, sounds absolutely fantastic. That does. Who takes the Bayern job would be interesting. I mean, Bayern are a well-run club. I don't know. who would take that. I don't think Klopp will take the Bayern job. I don't know why. I can't imagine Jurgen Klopp ever taking the Bayern Munich job, even if he got sacked by Liverpool as an ex-Dortmund coach. I think Klopp's quite loyal, isn't he? I mean, the story is that Klopp didn't want the Man United job because it was like Disney World compared to managing a real club. And what he meant by that is it's a sham. So I don't think Klopp would take the Bayern Munich job. I don't know. I just don't think he would. 20 minutes to go in both games. Could be predictable now. What about Eurovision final watch along? We can vibe to it. And United's last game against Wolves is the day after, says Avida. Eurovision watch along. I mean, the whole point. Oh, here we go. Side netting from Jota. I don't think anybody. I think the whole point of a watch along is to do an event that lots of people are watching to watch along with you. Does anybody actually watch the Eurovision now? A good video on the United stand about Haaland from Per Carlson, who's a Norwegian journalist. Very, very good video on there about that. Check it out on the United stand. We are doing City versus Chelsea FA Cup semi-final on Saturday at 5:30 on this channel as well. So that's basically the FA Cup final as well, isn't it? Thanks, Ehab. Mark, are you doing a watch-along for Everton Spurs at 8 on Friday? Big game for the top 4 battle, says Chino. Who are you trying to convince, Chino? Everton versus Spurs is a big game in the top 4 battle, top 8 battle. There ain't no way Everton or Spurs are getting top 4. Not a chance. I mean, I do like Everton. I like Ancelotti, but they're struggling themselves. And Spurs, bloody hell, come on. I mean, there was a time that might have been an interesting game, but it's definitely not a race for top 4. Everton Spurs in the race for top 4. No. I'm afraid not. Everton have got 48 points. Spurs have got 49 points. Chelsea and West Ham have got 55 points. So they're nowhere near. They're 6 and 7 points off 4th place. Not a chance. Not with 7 games to go. No. Sorry, Chino. I'll be having a few beers, I think, on Friday night and not watching that game. Which will probably be a shit 0-0 as well, because Spurs are boring and Everton are struggling to score. So I tell you what, Liverpool will be pissed off with this. If I was a Liverpool fan, which thankfully I'm not, I would be a bit annoyed by this, because the thing is, it's one of those nights where you'd look at some of the chances and you'd go, if we could have just got that first goal. Big chance for De Bruyne there, well saved by the keeper. I think De Bruyne has been fantastic tonight, by the way. Should have scored. Yeah, I've got to be careful, though, about Spurs-Everton. If you want to watch it, go ahead, because I didn't do it. It was a cup game, and people were like, you're going to do it? And I said no, and it ended up being 4-4. So, yeah, maybe do watch it, because I said last time it'd be crap, but I don't think I'll be watching it. It had 9 goals in it. Yeah, Death Star, you're right. And it's 2-1 City. It's game over. It's Foden. No complaints about that one. They have been the better team. And in many ways, I predicted 2-1 anyway, didn't I? But in many ways, I'm glad that City have scored that goal, because nobody wants it to go the other way. And Pep's happy. Dortmund just haven't got the quality. You know, it's a lovely goal by Foden. Oh no, I mean, I think the keeper should probably do better, actually. I thought he'd hit it in the top corner. It comes to him on the edge of the box. Keeper should do better there. Haaland, absolutely. Is Benzema at the other end? Hold on. Madrid, back post. No, it's all right. Absolutely should avoid United. Quiet with no service for Dortmund. 2-1. Yeah, it's over that game. I've got the better game on the big screen now. Man City. I did predict it. I said 2-1 to City. Dortmund would need... I don't know what Dortmund would need. How many goals would Dortmund need now? 3. 3 in 15 minutes. It must have been love, but it's over now. It must have been good, but I lost it somehow. I told you at half time it would be very, very difficult for Dortmund. But a lot of people started talking about them being out. We dreamed the dream for a little bit, but the problem is Dortmund are just a bit shit. I said at half time, if Dortmund knocked City out, you're dealing with one of the best teams in the world against the 5th best team in Germany. It would have been a giant killing for Dortmund to do what they've done. And I feel sorry for Bellingham. I think Bellingham's been fantastic over both games. But as I said when the draw happened, Chelsea got the best draw and City got the second best draw because Dortmund are the second worst team out of the 8 teams there. But Dortmund are in disarray. They're going out of the Champions League here and they're 7 points off the Champions League in the league as well. So big issues for them. How's about Liverpool? 15 minutes to go. Can they get a goal? Our attention turns to Real Madrid against Liverpool. Chelsea fans, who would you rather have? If we've got any Chelsea fans in the live comments, who would you rather have? Would you rather have Liverpool or would you rather have Real Madrid? Most are saying Liverpool, to be fair. Somebody's even said Arsenal. That's the biggest joke. Let's have a look. Cross comes in from Liverpool. They need a goal. They need a goal in the next 10 minutes, Liverpool, to set up a bit of a grandstand finish. But are they going to leave some gaps at the back and Real Madrid kill it? I tell you what, 2 good semi-finals though. Madrid, Chelsea as it stands, and Man City, PSG, of course. Be 2 very good finals. Ball over the top to Asensio. Haaland just as overpriced as the fridge. Haaland has nothing on Ober when Ober is on fire, says Amy Assey. The trouble with Erling Haaland is if you're playing a team where you're not getting any service, then you're going to struggle. And he has struggled. 13 minutes to go here. Poch versus Pep in the semis. Yeah, it is. I can hear my dog snoring. Ten minutes to go. City are through. When is the semi-finals? Is it like, I think it's the end of April, isn't it? It's not next week. The week after. Is there a 2-week break now? Shake, rattle and roll. Shake, rattle and roll. Two weeks, yeah, 27th. I think PSG Man City will be an interesting game. I do think City will... Wow. I think City PSG will really come down to injuries. Everyone talks about how great Neymar is, but will he stay fit for that? Will Mbappe be fit? Will Man City have their players fit? How are you, mate? Says PJ Pennington. Good, thanks. Haaland's a good player, but nowhere near Mbappe, says Awash. Haaland, I've done that one as well. Mark, when you start singing, you always get me singing with you, especially Oasis, says Joe. He'll be singing tonight, Liam, won't he? He'd be saying there, Goldbridge. If he was on now, he'd be like, take what you need and be on your way and stop crying your heart out. I don't want Man City to win, but they have been the better team tonight. Was hoping for a miracle. It wasn't to be. Wasn't to be. Wasn't to be. Headed wide by Liverpool there. 10 minutes to go. Could Bayern get Mourinho as the next manager? Why? They're not ambitious. That's from the Beast. Why would they want that? Why would they want Mourinho? Do you think Chelsea or Real have a chance of beating PSG or City? Says Julian. The favourites will be from the PSG Man City game, and Man City were my favourites as soon as Bayern went out. Zane says Haaland needs service. Martinelli can create goals. Arteta is not using Martinelli correctly. Arteta out. Real Madrid, corner. Half a chance there. What's that? So that's 30. Corner to Real Madrid here. Time is running out for Liverpool, but we could get a barnstorming finish. Patron, I am on GTA at just before 11 o'clock tonight, so join me on there on Twitch. The link's in the video description. Give us a follow. Cross comes in, headed away by Liverpool. Hi, Mark. Sorry, haven't commented in a while. I've been very ill. Who can beat Man City now? Hope PSG, says Jimmy 16. And Benzema with a big chance. Heads it into the ground and heads it over. Which actually heads it into the stadium. He was offside as well. I hope you're feeling better, St. Jimmy. Sad to hear that you've not been very well. And thoughts with you. So thanks very much for the super chat there. Please subscribe, by the way. Bottom right hand corner. We are going to be. I'm live tomorrow with my FIFA career mode. If you're interested in that, I am playing Man City with Newcastle in the final of the FA Cup. So it's the season ender. It'll be a big game at about 3:45. We are live again as well on Saturday with not PSG, Man City, Chelsea in the FA Cup. Join me for that live watch along. Everyone's welcome on this channel, so please subscribe. We may not agree on everything, but that's the whole point. Football is all about opinion. Through gritted teeth, I'd say well done to Man City tonight. They have actually deserved to win. They have been the better team by a very, very long way. I think it's a shame that the game changed on the penalty, but I still think City at some point would have found that goal. I felt it was inevitable. And over the two legs, they have been the better side. So I don't like saying it, but I'm man enough to say it. And that's not being not diverse. I am a man. So, yeah, fair play to Man City. In the other game, I've got to say, very impressed by Real Madrid. I did think Liverpool would have too much for them, and it's a good advert for La Liga, because every La Liga team I've watched this season has been a bit shit, and Real Madrid have more than stood up to Liverpool. Very equal game in this game, but home time, Madrid were the better side. So if you consider that Madrid have probably played a certain way in this game, knowing that they didn't need to be too open and have been well organised, Madrid over the two legs definitely deserve it, unless Liverpool can produce something amazing here. Thiago's been a bigger flop than Donny van de Beek, and that's just facts as anything with Tom. He's played a lot more game time as well. Poch versus Pep, tactics-wise, would win. Who would win? Says Troy. Well, you're going to find out, aren't you? The interesting thing is that I think... let me just have a look at the French league. Last time I checked, Lille are top by 3 points. PSG are 3 points behind them. So it's not even... In a normal season, PSG would be able to be a little bit lax with what they've got fixtures-wise. They're playing Saint-Etienne, Angers, Metz, and then they play the quarter-final on the 27th of April. And in between that, they're playing Lens. So they've got Lens, Angers, Saint-Etienne and Metz. Saint-Etienne, Metz, Lens. A lot of mid-table teams. Semi-final, yeah. 5 minutes to go. Liverpool are probably heading out here, but if they're gonna do something, they've got to do it now. Liverpool, if they go out, everything's on the Champions League, isn't it? No, nothing else. They won't be winning any trophies this year, Liverpool, if they go out, and it looks like they're heading out. They've got to score and set up a finish here. And they're not going to do it with balls like that. PSG, City and Chelsea are all oil clubs, says Trish. And Real Madrid are the most successful club in European club history. So a lot of people probably want Madrid to win it. Funny thing is, I'd fancy... Well, we'll see on Saturday. If it was Madrid or... Who do you think could have the better chance against Man City if Man City beat PSG in the final? I think probably Chelsea. I don't know. Chelsea are not oil, says the GOAT. They're gas, aren't they? Cross from Trent. Headed away. Also, just a big shout out to Madrid as well. I know that Liverpool have not had their proper centre-backs all season, but no Varane, no Ramos for Real Madrid as well. So to do that without those two has been impressive. I think Madrid's biggest problem is their front three. They're just not... They don't... like you look at PSG, you've got Neymar and Mbappe. You look at Man City, but I just don't feel like Madrid have a lot of goals in them. But maybe I'm wrong about that. As I said, I don't watch La Liga enough. No Hazard and Carvajal as well, says Hadi. Yeah, but Hazard's shit, isn't he now? I don't think you can say no Hazard. When Ramos and Varane come back, they'll play more expressively, says Marvin AM. I don't think they would have done today, Marvin. I know what you mean, but I think today they've come to Anfield and they've played very much like we're not going to play expansive. We'll try and hit on the break, and that is their right. So you're 3-1 up. That is your right to do that. So I think the way Madrid have played over both legs is really impressive. And I thought it would be difficult for Liverpool. They really needed an early goal. They had to score first and they needed an early goal. I think they've had enough opportunities to score and they've just not been clinical in the final third. But over the two legs, Madrid deserve it. I was very surprised. PSG, to be fair, across all games, I think the right teams have gone through. Across both legs, Man City have been the better team. Across both legs, because of their performance last night, PSG were the better team. Real Madrid have been the better team. And obviously Chelsea were the better team against Porto. Although that's probably the game I didn't watch the most of. Even though I had it on, I didn't really watch a lot of that one. Will Jones says, what will you do if City do the treble? I'll be disappointed. There's nothing I can do. I'm not going to do anything stupid. I'll be very disappointed. And I don't care what... I said this on the United stand today. Even if United finish second and win the Europa League, I will still say this is one of the worst seasons ever if Man City win the treble. There is nothing... that second place in the Europa League does not make it a good season for United if City win the treble. Of course it doesn't. That would be the biggest bloody lowering of the standards ever. So I would sacrifice winning the Europa League if it stops City just winning the FA Cup. I'm not, I don't want them to win the treble. And I don't think any real football fan would want City to win the treble. If Liverpool were in this situation, if City were in this situation, you don't want a team to replicate your biggest ever achievement. Especially on a COVID year when there's no bloody fans in the ground. It makes a mockery of it. But, at the end of the day, the season's gone ahead. If you win it, you win it. Who do you think will be in the Super Cup final this year in Belfast, says Niall Gallagher? Got no idea. Could be Manchester clubs. 2 minutes to go. Liverpool, Madrid. I think even Liverpool know it's over here. Premier League should have 5 Champions League spots. Top 4 is much harder to make given the equitable distribution of TV money compared to other leagues, says Carrymore 18. Well, we've got 2 English clubs in the semi-final of the Champions League. We could have had 3, but Madrid have knocked Liverpool out. We've got potentially 2 going into the semi-finals of the Europa League tomorrow. If Arsenal are successful, I think United will be. Of course, I'll be live tomorrow night on the United stand for that. But we're not finished here yet. There's still a couple of minutes to go. And if you want to join me a little bit later on Twitch for Grand Theft Auto, it's an experience. The link is in the video description, and I'll be tweeting it out of @MarkGoldbridge anyway. Give us a follow if you want to. Of course, Man City can win the quadruple. The reason I don't mention the word quadruple is because Manchester United didn't win the quadruple. We won the treble. So the only thing I'll really respect of Man City is if they win the FA Cup, the Champions League and the Premier League. If they win the League Cup, the Champions League and the Premier League, that's not a treble. They'll call it a treble, but it's not. The treble is the FA Cup, the Premier League and the Champions League. If you win the Carabao Cup on top of that, of course it's better than a treble, but you've got to get the 3 core trophies. Would you support Chelsea in the final? Young, I would. Yeah, I'll support anybody against Man City this season, to be honest with you. At least Liverpool going out means I don't have to support Liverpool in the final. That would have been very weird. To be honest with you, I'd rather it was Real Madrid. Four minutes added on. It's looking like it's over for Liverpool. It's definitely over for Dortmund. They've got 2 minutes to go. They're 4-2 down on aggregate. And Man City have got 2 away goals. So Dortmund would need 3 goals. Eventful. But I must admit, as eventful as it's been, I've got to say, over both nights, they've not been great, have they? I think the first legs were way better than the second legs, which is sometimes the case. It will happen in the Euros. We'll have a great group stage and then the knockouts will get boring because when it matters, people get tighter. Yeah, that's not what I meant to say, but there you go. Cross comes in there. Please subscribe, by the way. We're 300 away from 357,000, so please subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Everybody's welcome on here. It's not club specific. I might get a little bit biased at times, but that's football, isn't it? What a plug that was. That's football. What a good name for a channel it is. That's football. Fantastic. So please subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Lots and lots of content. I do sort of do daily Goldbridge reacts if there's big things to talk about. I was talking about Neymar this morning, Mourinho at the weekend, but they've got a chance here, Liverpool. Salah, maybe if he scores that, you've got 2 minutes to try and get the second goal. But I read a stat the other day that Salah and Mane are actually not playing very well. Like, their finishing is not as good as it was. Hi Mark, favourite Oasis song? You've made me come on, feel the noise. My favourite all over again, says Luke Hamilton. I just like loads of Oasis songs. 2 of my favourites are Listen Up and Roll With It. Not Roll With It, Rocking Chair. Slide Away. I love loads of Oasis songs. The only bad thing about Oasis is they support Man City. Scousers deserve this after the amount of arrogance they showed when they won the Champions League and Premier League. Behaved like greatest team ever. Played, can't stand Hendo, Trent and Robertson. They deserve Europa League, says Varron. I still think Liverpool will get Champions League football. I think they'll get top 4. I mean, if you look at Liverpool's run in, game over at Man City, Dortmund, City go through. They've got Leeds on Monday night. I'll do a watch along for that actually. Leeds, Liverpool will be good. Then they've got Newcastle. Then they've got United. Then they've got Southampton. Then they've got West Brom, Burnley, Palace. You'd expect them to win their last 3. United, Leeds, probably their hardest games really. One minute to go. Liverpool need a miracle. Terrible ball out by Phillips. Here's Benzema. Ref says play on. A minute to go. I don't think they've got time. Chelsea got a hard schedule, Mitch. Very hard. Very hard. I mean, you almost think about Chelsea when you look at the league table for Chelsea. The FA Cup is a bit of a hindrance for them. They've got the FA Cup on Saturday. Then they've got Brighton at home in the league. Then they've got West Ham the following weekend. Then they've got the quarter-final. Then they've got Fulham, which is a London derby. Then they've got the quarter-final again. Not the quarter-final, the semi-final. Then they've got Man City in the league. Then they've got Arsenal, Leicester, Villa. Chelsea's running is really difficult. It really is. Cross for Liverpool. Not even a late goal. Not even a late goal. Watching Riley says Manchester is blue. I mean, London is red and, Liverpool is red. I don't I mean, I've never been in for all that sort of stuff. I just think it's quite stupid, really. But it's over. Madrid go through. Liverpool go out. I nearly said the holders, but they're not the holders, are they? Bayern Munich are the holders. The 2-year holders, the Premier League holders. There'll be no trophy for Liverpool this year. That's quite interesting. No trophy for Liverpool this year. First time in 2 years they've not won a trophy. Champions League winners 2 years ago. Premier League winners last year. No trophy for Liverpool this season. Well done, Real Madrid. Certainly, I think that they were the better team over 2 legs. And Liverpool I think they've just got to focus on the top 4 now. Focus on the top 4 and go again next season. I mean, I think that's how Liverpool don't have a bad season, isn't it? I mean, they've already had a bad season. But what I'm saying is, if they get into the top 4, they're into the Champions League next year, they start again next year. If they end up out the top 4, well, you're in the Europa League next year. That's another kick in the nuts. So big for Liverpool now to focus on the Premier League. Manchester City still focusing on 4 games, 4 fronts. Interesting there. Dortmund, bloody hell. You're 5th in the Bundesliga. You're 7 points off 4th place. You're out of the Champions League. You've got players such as Sancho and Haaland who are not, could well be going this summer. Dortmund look like they're in a mess. Madrid, for me, the big story of the night is Madrid. La Liga is on its knees, I think. I think La Liga's become quite irrelevant. And I think every La Liga team I've seen this season has been pretty poor. But Madrid, very good over 2 legs against Liverpool. Let's see what they're going to do against Chelsea. I think that's going to be a really interesting game. Chelsea against Madrid. And obviously PSG Man City. Can't wait for those 2 Champions League games over 2 legs. And we'll of course be doing those as watch-alongs on this channel. Thanks everyone for tuning in across the both nights. We'll have more content for you tomorrow on this channel as well. And of course we've got the FA Cup semi-final between Chelsea and Man City on Saturday. Another chance for City to get beaten. I won't hold out much hope. But well done to City and to Madrid. They will join PSG and Chelsea in the semi-finals. 2 go home, 2 go through. We're down to 4. Thanks everyone for watching. Smash a like on the video. Make sure you subscribe on your way out. And if you want to watch me playing a bit of Grand Theft Auto, I'm live in about an hour's time on Twitch playing GTA for a couple of hours. So I'll be live on there. Give me a follow and you'll get a notification, or just follow me on Twitter at Mark Goldbridge and you'll get a tweet from that. Thanks everyone for watching. It got a bit tempestuous, but look, at the end of the day, I'll put my hands up and say Man City were the better team to go through over the 2 legs. And if you don't get passionate and you don't get up for football, then what are you doing supporting it in the first place? So well done. Thanks everyone for watching. Appreciate everyone who has been watching, even if you're a City fan. And I'll see you very soon. Thanks for watching. I'm on Twitch in an hour.